Law Firm, Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group. Call 208 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Fires the ball down the middle. Jason Swain.
It's time to kick off 3 hours of fair and honest discussions that go beyond the headlines of today's sports news.
And for a Tennessee touchdown.
From the Budweiser studios of 99.1 The Sports Animal, here are a couple of guys with over 30 years of combined knowledge of Tennessee sports. Here's Josh and Swain.
Monday afternoon. Welcome in to Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today. Hope you had a great weekend. It's quite a weekend for Tennessee basketball, for Tennessee fans. We will discuss over the next 3 hours. We will talk to a guy who is now a Tennessee fan, a former Tennessee basketball player, an SEC legend, Chris Lofton, an hour from now as he was behind the Tennessee bench with Tennessee's road win against Kentucky on Saturday. We will invite you to be a part of the show. You can call or text in at 865-656-9900. Same number to call or text. We want to hear from you. What did you think of the win on Saturday? Josiah Jordan-James with 26 points. Zakai Ziegler with a huge performance at point guard. A lot of players stepping up for the Vols in the road win against Kentucky. 865-656-9900 if you would like to join us. VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain is here. I'm Josh Ward. We're on the Sports Animal and the Sports Monster today, picking up where the Eric Ains Show with Brian Rice left off just a few minutes ago. Swain, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm wonderful, man. 57 degrees outside, but 103 degrees up in here today.
Do you think Kentucky realized late, as it kept fouling even in the final minute with no hopes of winning, that it realized it was helping Tennessee get over the 100-point mark?
I don't think they thought about that. I think they just thought about just trying to find a way to get back into the game. And we appreciate that because it allowed Tennessee to hang 100.
So how about that win?
Josh, you're a parent, right?
3 times.
It's great being a parent, ain't it?
No doubt about it.
But there are days where you are thankful for Parents' Day Out, where you can just drop the parents off at the grandma, the granddad's house, so that way you can have a moment. For Tennessee, we need that moment. Because we've been Kentucky's daddy in a lot of sports, and we just need a moment. We just need a moment to ourselves. We're tired of being Kentucky's daddy. Actually, I'm not tired of being Kentucky's daddy. It's really, really fun being Kentucky's daddy, and that was the case again this weekend. No other team in the SEC has beaten Kentucky more than Tennessee. Rick Barnes, my goodness, he has owned Kentucky.
Yes, he has.
And I don't know if Calipari even wants to win this game or not. I don't know if he wants to win versus Tennessee, or if he wants to brag about the NBA All-Stars this time of the year. I don't know which one's more important for Coach Cal. And he'll have some more NBA All-Stars. I'm pretty sure there was a future NBA All-Star that dropped 30-plus on us on Saturday in Dillingham. Boy, he was fun to watch.
He's quite a talent.
He was special. He is special. And we've seen great performances from Kentucky. I remember Jody Meeks dropping 50 points here. The only difference is, Josh Ward, they won that day, and Kentucky did not win at home on Saturday. Happy for Josiah Jordan-James, career high 26 points. The game came to him. He was able to stroke a couple three-pointers, but also drive the ball to the basket and get buckets around the paint. Zakai Ziegler, who I think is the straw that kind of makes everything go and stirs the drink. He was phenomenal. Great job taking care of the basketball. Great job controlling the game. I thought Shepard wanted no part of Zakai Ziegler. 0 parts. and Shepard made some tough shots. He's a great shooter, but I felt like Z really controlled him. He's a true freshman. He'll be a really good player for Kentucky. He'll be a problem for Tennessee in the future. And he was a little bit of a problem on Saturday, but not too big of a problem that Tennessee could not overcome. And then you had Vescovy doing his thing. Adu gave you a double-double. I don't know what got in the mind of Kentucky and Aaron Bradshaw, who is, 226 pounds?
7'1".
7'1"? He didn't seem 7'1", honestly, out there. I'm surprised he's 7'1".
I think he's listed that way. Is that right?
Yeah, he's listed 7'1". But I don't really know what he was thinking on Saturday. Josh, any idea?
He wasn't.
Did you see Toby Walker's eyes?
I did.
Do you recommend anyone messing with Toby Walker?
I would keep it at a 0 or a 1 at the highest on the mess around, find out chart when it comes to Tobe Awaka.
Any idea why 4 people were assessed the technical fouls?
Well, they spent 10 minutes trying to figure it out, so I guess that amount of time they had to hand out a number of rolls in the fracas to make the amount of time it took worthwhile. 10 minutes is what it took.
When did pushing someone in the back equal talking and clapping? Because that's all Gainey did, was just talk and clap. You had a Kentucky player in Bradshaw, didn't push someone in the chest, didn't do it when someone was looking, but pushed a Walker in the back. In the back, not looking. But he gets technical foul the same as Gainey. Just really weird. Asked Zakai Ziegler about that on the locker room last night. He just got a big kick out of it. He thought the whole thing was funny.
It was funny.
It's hilarious. And Z says he knows how to get under a Walker's skin. Knows what to say to him to get him going, get him fired up. But after that point, man, Tennessee didn't look back. Tennessee did not look back. Walker had some big-time plays. Kentucky cut the lead. Adu was on the bench. Tennessee was able to extend the lead with a Walker in at the 5, and he got whatever he wanted at the bucket. A dunk, easy layup, and it's off to the races for the Vols.
How about Josiah?
Happy for him, man. So happy for him. Love that dude, man. Love that dude. You talk about student athletes that come through Tennessee that do everything right. Of course, the most ideal situation is for a player to go out there and be awesome every time they step on the court or the field. Be great in the media. Make straight A's in the classroom. Do all the community service. Say the right things in the media. And that's hard. But Josiah has represented Tennessee in the best way possible. And he's a human. It's not his fault that he was rated as a 5-star. Nobody wants to live up to that 5-star ranking more than Josiah. And injuries have been a part of why he's still playing right now in Tennessee in college. And usually when you have a 5-star player, you don't expect them to be in school this long. But that's okay. He has controlled what he's been able to control. I think some of the criticism seeped in a little bit in the past for Josiah. But Josiah knows who he is as a person. He knows who he is as a basketball player. He knows who he is as a leader of this basketball team. And He continued to put the work in. Rick Barnes, when asked about Josiah's struggles shooting the basketball, said that he'll be fine. He'll be okay. He did so many other things well. We had a conversation about what do you do when Josiah struggles and how many minutes does he get. That was a conversation going around Vol Nation. Well, the shots that he was making in practice just wasn't falling in the games, but it fell on Saturday, and it helped Tennessee be able to control the game from the opening tip until the last second ticked off. Now, a lot of Tennessee fans was in the building. Jimmy Dykes said that Rupp Arena was as loud and hostile pregame as he's seen during his time covering college basketball. But a lot of those Kentucky fans hit the exits real early in the second half because they've seen enough, man. That's because Tennessee choked Kentucky to sleep from the opening tip to the end.
We'll talk about Tennessee's win 103-92 over Kentucky. They'll play each other again. The next one will be in Knoxville. They'll close out the regular season at the Food City Center in early March, a little more than a month from now, as Tennessee will make a run at an SEC championship between now and then. I think Kentucky's out. Kentucky's not a contender.
No, they don't play defense, man.
No.
It's high as
This is one of the worst Kentucky defensive teams of all time. The heat is going to rise quickly on John Calipari.
Yeah, it's 103 degrees right now in his office.
This is the fourth SEC game they've given up more than 90 points. I'm not exaggerating when I say this is one of the worst Kentucky defensive teams of all time. And the way the last few years have gone, I think John Calipari's time in Lexington is ticking rapidly.
He has 7 All-Stars.
Yeah, he had them, and he needs them back. We'll come back here on Josh and Swain, 865-656-9900 for you to join the conversation, both on 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster.
Caller 5 right now to 656-WINS qualifies in the Chill It and Grill It contest. You could win an awesome outdoor grill, a Yeti cooler, and a $100 gift card from Coors Light and 99.1 The Sports Animal. Caller 5 right now.
I'm looking for a vehicle for you or your business. Freedom Motors wants that opportunity to earn your business. Doesn't matter if it's your first time on the lot or not. Freedom Motors will work with you to find that right vehicle at the right price and the right financing. Freedom Motors uses their power with local credit unions to make sure you get that best deal possible on your next ride. They're located Maynardville, Pike, and Halls, and they have a full selection of cars, trucks, vans, campers, RVs, and power sports vehicles. Whatever you need, they got you covered. Every vehicle comes with a 90-day warranty, and your financing is guaranteed. Freedom Motors brings the car right to your front door. You can check out their selection in person, Maynardville Pike, or you can do it online at freedommotors.tn.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
School meals help students succeed, improve test scores and attendance, and even fight hunger. Your child could get free school meals, like me. Visit tnschoolmeals.com for more info. Enroll today and learn how your school can reach more students with healthy meals. That's tnschoolmeals.com.
Brought to you by the Tennessee Justice Center, the Tennessee Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
Hey, volunteer fans! Score big savings this basketball season at Zips Car Wash with volunteer $10 Tuesdays. Every Tuesday, head to a nearby Zips Car Wash and use code 2023 for ceramic shine and protection for just $10. Best of all, vacuums, towels, and spray cleaners are always included. Zips Car Wash has 20 convenient locations across Knoxville. Visit zipscarwash.com to find a location near you. Zips Car Wash, proud sponsor of the Tennessee Volunteers.
21-time nominated Grammy Award winner Dwight Yoakam. Live in concert this Wednesday and Thursday, 7:30 Tennessee Theater. On sale now at
Hit it out of the park this spring with Knox County Parks and Recreation's Adult Softball League.
Registration for the spring program is now open. This league runs March to June with a 10-game regular season with a double elimination tournament. New in 2024 is the men's senior 50s division. There's also senior 60s, 70s, men's and co-ed divisions. Entry fee includes a t-shirt, tumbler, and a dozen softballs. The winning teams receive champion t-shirts, hats, and a team trophy. Register and sign up today at knoxcountyparks.activityreg.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Finally, the biggest Sunday in the game, and it is here for you at Twin Peaks. The first 100 fans get a free square, and every fan walks away with a free fried pickles bounce back. See you for the big game at Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Need a new roof? You need Mo Shingles. Need new siding? You need Mo Shingles. Mo Shingles, locally owned and operated with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and over 100 5-star reviews. Free estimates, moshingles.com, 770-0506.
Johnson, I've been reading about this geofencing. Know anything about it?
Yeah, boss. We use geofencing through Cumulus Digital to help drive our sales.
How does it work?
We pick precise locations, and whenever a customer enters that location, they see our ads.
That's what I thought.
CumulusDigital.com. All fact, no fluff. Honest, credible sports information from two guys that know the facts. Here's Josh and Swain on the Sports Animal.
Thanks for being with us here on Josh and Swain. Our friend Grant Ramey compiled some notes of Rick Barnes' head-to-head against Kentucky since taking over as Tennessee's coach. 11-9 overall, so a winning record. You have a winning record straight up. That's impressive. He's been at his best. Tennessee's been at its best when Kentucky's been at its best under John Calipari. Against top 10 Kentucky teams, Tennessee's 7-1. Kentucky was ranked number 10 on Saturday. Now that's not a top 10 team. Doesn't matter. They were ranked there. Tennessee gets the credit. 7-1 against top 10 teams. When both teams are ranked in the top 10, 4-1. So when it's been at its highest profile, heavy advantage to Tennessee. 4 wins at Rupp for Rick Barnes. Before he arrived, Tennessee, in its history, had 4 wins at Rupp Arena.
Sounds good.
So you're looking at about 40 years winning 4 times, and then in less than 10 years winning another 4 times.
Sounds pretty good.
So Tennessee has achieved success up to the number 1 ranking in the country. Tennessee has won the SEC tournament under Rick Barnes. They've won the regular season championship under Rick Barnes, and they've won more than anybody has against the, quote, top team in the conference, the top program in the conference, and the team that you strive to beat most often, the Kentucky Wildcats. There's one more thing, of course, that everybody's going to say this would be the next thing to add to the list. It's really the only thing to add to the list, and that is a deeper NCAA tournament run.
Yeah, Elite 8, Final 4.
Yeah. Everything else Rick Barnes has done, as much or more than anybody in Tennessee's history.
Yeah, any criticism about Rick Barnes from an X's and O standpoint, from a personnel standpoint, not calling a timeout, maybe picking up a technical foul, like those are fair. But any conversation about Rick Barnes being replaced as a Tennessee basketball coach at Tennessee is ridiculous. And I think it's really time to stop not only bringing that up after emotional tough loss, but it's time to stop even engaging if you see it out there. Like, it's silly to think about. When you read off those stats and how Rick Barnes has been so successful against one of the most prestigious basketball powerhouses in the history of the game. In the history of the game.
Yep.
Like, no one has been more successful against Kentucky than Rick Barnes. And it's not like you're beating Kentucky when they have who was the coach? Billy Gillespie. It ain't like you're beating Kentucky when they're down. You're beating Kentucky when they're in the top 10. You're beating Kentucky when you're good and they're good. Kudos to Rick Barnes in preparing his team using the loss versus South Carolina, who is a good basketball team. But you shouldn't have lost to them because you were not ready to play. You just wasn't. Missing free throws, missing layups, wide open three-pointers on South Carolina's end. Just wasn't ready to play. But that could be a lesson to you. You lost the game against Mississippi State. You probably shouldn't have lost to, but that was on the road, and you got caught sleepwalking at home versus a team that you shouldn't have sleepwalked against because they beat Kentucky at home. So that should have been a sign that they're a good basketball team. But, hey, it happened. You learned from it. You went up to Lexington. And from the opening tip, you were the most aggressive team. You won essentially every 50-50 ball. You snagged rebounds. You were the tougher team. You were the enforcers. And when Kentucky made their run, because basketball is a game of runs, no one panicked. No one folded. No one freaked out. Tennessee just got back to what they did that gave them the lead in the first place. And you had big plays being made. You had big shots being made every time Kentucky would make a run. And, again, it was at Rupp Arena. So, a phenomenal performance. I will reiterate what I said in the first segment. I am so happy for Josiah Jordan-James. So happy for him. He deserves it. Zakai Ziegler, what a poor performance in his world versus South Carolina. And I just didn't think that we would see another performance from that, from him based on that game against South Carolina. And we got the total opposite.
Yeah, Jeff Borzello of ESPN noted Zakai is the first Tennessee player with 25 points and 10 assists in a game in the last 25 seasons. The second player in the last 25 seasons to put up those numbers at Rupp Arena, joining Phil Pressey. Zakai scored or assisted on 60 of Tennessee's 103 points.
That's insane. That's insane. He was balling. He was straight up balling.
Josiah talked about it after the game. So he scores 26 points. He hit shots. He knew that he wasn't playing well. At the very start of the game, Jimmy Dykes made a comment that coaches told him, hey, we need you to take and, of course, make those open threes when you get them. He got them. He took them. He made them. Josiah talked about his performance and his struggles in recent weeks leading up to the Kentucky game after the Vols win.
I always go back to trusting my work. When I'm playing poorly, playing well, my routine doesn't change. I get in, I get my work in on a daily basis, and, sometimes shots just don't fall. And I've been playing basketball for 23 years, and, you go through ruts, you go through shooting slumps, but it's always about the things you can control. Being a good teammate, being a leader, something that I pride myself on. And, thankfully today shots were able to fall. Like you said, the start of SEC play, it's kind of tough for me. But, for me, the biggest thing is just winning. If I'm scoring the ball, if I'm not scoring the ball, only thing I care about is winning. And so I blame those two losses on myself just for my poor performance. But my teammates and my coaches have had my back the whole way. And, we have each other's back. And I wouldn't be able to, have a performance like tonight without them.
Triple J hit a bunch of triples on Saturday night against Kentucky. 26 points, had the oop from Cameron Carr through that. Came up with the loose ball. Josiah got in position, hammered it home, but 26 points on the road in his final game against Kentucky at Rupp Arena to finish with a winning record. So Santi and Josiah with 3 wins at Rupp. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, Cam Carr gave you 3 minutes, had a 3-point shot that hit the top of the backboard. Nerves, didn't let that impact him enough to not continue to play. And he made a pinpoint pass to Josiah in transition on the alley-oop. Got you a rebound, an assist during his time there, and he did exactly what he was supposed to do. Meshack came in, had a couple plays, but Josiah and Zakai, man, they were the two for Tennessee that stole the show when Dalton Knecht didn't have to pour in 30 points. Shot the ball 14 times. It was crazy. 16 points is good.
Yeah, he had a good performance. He didn't have a OMG, did you see what Dalton did again type performance.
Yeah, like 16 points is good.
Very good.
It's really good. But we've been so used to him dropping 30 and dropping 25 and dropping 20 points that we just automatically assumed he was going to do that, especially when you had Kentucky players saying that we want to see him do that against us. We'll respect it if he does it against us. So I thought that he was going to go crazy against Kentucky, and it didn't have to. Yep. Only 1 for 5 from 3, but he was perfect from the free throw line. So that shooting after those poor free throw shooting performances in the last 2 games, it paid off for him. But man, just happy for Josiah, and the leadership was on full display during that quote because he blamed the losses on him. He blamed it on himself, and that's what you're supposed to do, man, as a leader.
Players stepped up. Josiah especially. Zakai with everything that he did. Vescovy took 4 shots, hit 3 of them. They were threes. He hit scored 11 points. Let's see. Is that Bradshaw over there?
No, that was Kentucky fans.
Okay.
That was trying to heckle him. What happens when you shoot the ball along the bench or on the baseline on the other side. Yeah. You have people that try to distract you and yell as you're going up for your jump shot. And whenever that player makes it, they usually look back at either the group of people who are fans or the bench to let them know, you didn't affect me. I still made the shot. And Santi just blew a kiss.
Yep. Santi hit his shots. Gainey came in and hit a couple of shots early. Jonas Adu with the double-double. Awaka handled his own. What a night it was. We were asked, Chris Lofton, who will join us at 1 o'clock, can Tennessee retire his jersey when Kentucky comes to town in March? What do you think? Can we apply for his jersey retirement to just be redone?
Got to redo it. You got to redo it.
Just pretend it didn't happen last year. Don't even mention it. Act like it didn't occur.
Tell Candace Parker to come back.
Yeah, just redo the event.
I'm with that.
So that's I would second the action.
I'm all for that.
Yep. That's Chase's suggestion, and we'll support it. We'll support it.
I love this basketball program, love this team, but I was mad at them last year versus Kentucky. I was so mad with them. Letting Kentucky come in here and do what they did to us.
Yep. Well, they took it back to Rupp this past Saturday. We'll come back, 865-656-9900. Saturday was a nice break from the NCAA action, which does continue as well for the University and State of Tennessee. We'll invite you to join us at 865-656-9900 along the way. Chris Lofton at 1 o'clock, right here on Josh and Swain.
To receive breaking news on the Tennessee Vols, text the word Vols to 865-656-9900. That's VOLS to 865-656-9900. The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
In the NFL, the Washington Commanders have hired Cliff Kingsbury as their offensive coordinator. Kingsbury joins the Commanders after a head coaching stint with the Arizona Cardinals. The Commanders also announced the addition of Green Bay secondary coach Joe Witt Jr. as the team's new defensive coordinator. Steve Belichick, the son of former Patriots head coach Bill Belichick, has accepted the defensive coordinator job at the University of Washington. Steve had been a defensive assistant in New England for the past 12 seasons under his father. One ranked team in action in men's college hoops tonight. Number 8 Kansas hits the road to take on Kansas State at 9 o'clock. In the NBA at 7 o'clock, the Hornets host the Lakers. The Kings visit the Cavaliers. The Sixers take on the Mavericks. At 7:30, the Clippers visit the Hawks. The Nets host the Warriors. And the Raptors face the Pelicans at 8. A couple of games in the NHL coming off All-Star Weekend at 7 o'clock. The Maple Leafs host the Islanders while the Avalanche visit the Rangers. I'm Joel Silverberg.
It's Valentine's season and love is in the air. Find your perfect match this month with Hiller. Get a free UV light when you purchase select new HVAC systems. Get a free whole home surge protection when you buy a new whole home generator. Or get 50% off a descaler when you buy a new tankless water heater. You'll never be more in love with your home than right now. Find your perfect match at Hiller. Go to the website happyhiller.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
The Knoxville RV Show is back Saturday, February 10th and Sunday the 11th at the Knoxville Expo Center. Come see all the latest and greatest makes and models from the nation's top manufacturers. Get factory rebates, financing, and on-the-spot loan approval. Register to win a free Wolf Pup travel trailer. Get your photo taken with Marvel superhero Spider-Man Saturday and Sunday. There's something for everyone at the Knoxville Expo Center RV Show. RVSupershows.com.
Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, you do your banking with, Sharon?
Me? I don't.
You don't use a bank?
No.
So what do you like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Shopping for an auto loan? Shopping for a vehicle is easy the ATFCU way. Talk to Alcoa 10 before you shop so you can hit the lots with a same-day pre-approved loan. And you can get behind the wheel of that new or used car or truck. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. Go to atfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Leave winter at the door and step into spring at the Dogwood Arts House and Garden Show, February 9th through the 11th at the Knoxville Convention Center. Stroll through grand gardens and meet the top vendors in home, garden, appliances, and more, all under one roof. Don't miss live music, DIY demos, maker workshops, and expert presentations on the how-to stage. Plus, enter to win one of 3 weekend getaways, courtesy of ORNL Federal Credit Union. And don't forget the kids. Creation Station will feature free activities and entertainment just for them. Kids 12 and under get in free. From the ground to the gutters, make your home and garden dreams come true at the Dogwood Arts House and Garden Show. Presented by Tim's Fencing and supported by ORNL Federal Credit Union. February 9th through the 11th at the Knoxville Convention Center. Visit dogwoodarts.com for more details.
Brought to you in part by The Sports Animal, proud supporter of Dogwood Arts.
During basketball and all seasons, choose Coors Light, the official beer of chill, inside Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center. When things heat up on the hardwood, reach for the beer that's made to chill. You'll know your Coors Light's perfectly chilled because when the mountains turn blue, it's as cold as the Rockies. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for peak refreshment. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Tennessee Athletics. Always cheer loudly and please celebrate responsibly.
This report is sponsored by the Tennessee Lottery. The Tennessee Education Lottery is proud to have raised more than $7 billion to support education programs in Tennessee. To learn more about programs funded by the lottery, visit tnlottery.com.
We got lots of sunshine today. Highs are expected to get near 62 degrees. Clear skies tonight. Will drop back near 34 degrees by Tuesday morning. A little bit of some patchy fog possible as well. Highs are staying in the upper 50s to lower 60s as we head over the next several days. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paige Noel.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Rebuild your family, regain your freedom, renew your life. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. You're listening to Josh and Swain on 99.1, The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us wherever you are listening or watching the show. Stop by the 99.1 Sports Animal YouTube page. Subscribe when you do so. Would appreciate that. And watch live or go back and watch anytime you like. You can check us out on demand anytime. Thanks to Beatty Chevrolet. We invite you to join us at 865-656-9900. Bobby in Louisville. All caps, love the fact you spent so much time talking about basketball today. Team earned it. I think all the attention. They were probably okay with the NCAA case getting more of the attention last Wednesday after the way the South Carolina game went, but they knew they had to bounce back. They did. Brandon asked this question in the text box. Do you think the win against Kentucky at Rupp Arena this past Saturday is one of the greatest wins of the Barnes era?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a top 10 win at Rupp. When do you get that chance? When have you just done that regularly? Yeah, it's one of the best wins. It's not like Tennessee was a 15-point underdog or anything like that, but still, Kentucky, top 10 team. They'll have NBA players, again, from this team. Tennessee is coming off a loss, and they found a different way to win besides Don Connect saving this team and having to go for 30 points. It was a career high for Josiah and Jordan James. Vescovy was great, too. And then you had Zakai Ziegler making history as well. So, yeah, it's one of the best wins.
I think it's going to be one of the most memorable wins for fans from the entertainment standpoint. You put 100 up at Rupp, and what the individual players did, what you just mentioned was Zakai remembering the 26-point outburst from Josiah, a senior who's won a lot at Tennessee. If you went in terms of importance, I don't think it would rank quite as high. But from a fan standpoint, I think it has to rank high because it's Kentucky, because it's at Rupp, and because you have 100 points. So it's up to anybody, of course, where you would rank it. But I think fans will remember this one as much as many of the other wins that Rick Barnes has because of all that goes into beating Kentucky that way. Like this won't be a top 10 win in terms of quality of opponent. It'll be a top 10 win, top 5 win maybe to a lot of people because of all the stuff around it.
Yeah, and according to some experts, the win on Saturday has cemented Tennessee's chances of being a number 1 seed in their eyes. They feel like Tennessee should be a lock to be a number 1 seed because of the big-time win on the road versus a top 10 opponent in Kentucky.
Yeah, see, I think it's way too early to make that kind of statement.
I was surprised.
It's the first week of February.
I was surprised when I heard that statement, but I liked it.
But Tennessee's absolutely in the running, and this win should be on the case for Tennessee if the Vols still do what they need to. But yeah, they've got to go to Tuscaloosa. They have to play Auburn. They do have to play Kentucky again. That'll be at home, and that'll be a very winnable game. They need to avoid slip-ups. They have to go to Columbia. And there are other teams that are still in really good position. But winning at Rupp, getting that kind of win, absolutely helps the NCAA tournament case. I think, is Alabama 1 spot ahead of Tennessee in the net rankings? I think that's right. So that game in Tuscaloosa is going to matter a lot.
Tennessee will have an opportunity to go up against the number 1 team offensively in the country.
Yeah, Bama's 5th, Tennessee is 6th. Your top 6 right now in the NCAA net rankings, I will argue pretty strongly against number 1, but it's Houston, then Purdue, UConn, Arizona, Alabama, and Tennessee.
Ken Palm has Tennessee at 6 and Alabama at 7, Auburn at 5. So there's an opportunity for some great quality wins that if you are able to get, then you'll be a number 1 seed.
Yep. Houston looked pretty rough against Kansas, but it was at Kansas. Even Kelvin Sampson after the game said, we were favored here.
Yeah.
That's not how it's supposed to go. So it didn't either. Kansas rolled against Houston. So Houston number 1 in the net rankings, number 1 according to Ken Palm, and Tennessee in a very good position, 16-5, one of the strongest schedules of the season. And you said on Friday, I think it was Thursday or Friday, we talked about the offensive ranking had dropped 10 spots, and you said that can go right back up.
It did.
And it went back up and then some. Tennessee went from number 19 to number 29 in offensive ranking after the South Carolina loss and has jumped back up to number 15 with the win against Kentucky. You want to get your offense right, go play John Calipari's team.
No, 100%. And then, you go on the road and you play LSU, a basketball team that looked great versus Arkansas, but everyone has looked great against Arkansas. But there's an opportunity to even jump up even more playing against a team in LSU who is not in the top half of his league right now.
Yeah, Tennessee will host LSU on Wednesday night and go to Texas A&M on Saturday. So that's the upcoming week for Tennessee. LSU, A&M, Arkansas, and Vandy. That's the schedule for the next 2 weeks. Opportunity is now here for the Vols.
That's right, baby Dooley. That is right. It is here. Go get it done. This week's midweek away game and weekend home game will be a lot easier than last week's, but in some ways could be harder because that emotional win, Kentucky, take a lot out of you. You have to go back on the road and go do it again. And maybe LSU says, all right, Josiah, can you do it again?
I've said it many times, basketball is a funny sport. One game doesn't tell you anything. Unless there is some flu or sickness outbreak that hits the locker room, I'm going to give Tennessee no pass if they lose to LSU on
Absolutely
Wednesday.
not. No,
so they better take care of business here in a couple of days. But I would bet strongly that they will in terms of winning the game.
No doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. Please don't show up at the courthouse, folks.
I saw.
Do not show up at the courthouse. This is not a game. This is not Twitter. This is a courtroom. This is law. Judges don't got time for that. Josh, do you remember when Chad
Johnson?
Johnson?
Do a remote? What do you think?
No, we staying away. Do you remember when Chad Johnson was in the courtroom and he was about to have his charges dropped, and he pat his lawyer on the backside, gave him an attaboy. It's what the football players do. It's what you do in sports. You give a little pat on the butt. That's signals good job. And people in the courtroom laughed. The judge didn't see the pat on the butt, but she heard the reaction. And that moment, she sent Chad Johnson's butt back to jail.
Yep.
You don't make a mockery.
He got a shove in the butt.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you don't make a mockery of the courtroom, of the legal process. It's not a good idea. So what was a little friendly ha-ha joke on social media turned into, you know what? Let's do it.
Yeah, what was it? Checker the courthouse?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's checker the courthouse. Let's tailgate. Let's show up. No, don't do that. So.
Nathan asks, Josh and Swain meet and greet at the courthouse?
Nope.
What do you think?
I will not be anywhere close to Greenville. No, sir.
Nathan also asks, where do frogs go for breakfast?
IHOP.
That's right.
That was easy. What else you got?
That's pretty much it from now. You stole the thunder.
Sorry.
Sunny day it is.
My bad. My
All right.
bad. Still 103 degrees in here, though.
Last 7 days have been pretty good for Tennessee. Some would argue against that based on headlines and all that stuff. But in terms of energy, galvanizing of the fan base, and then they win at Kentucky, pretty good week.
Serious question, Kentucky fans. Are you going to beat Tennessee in anything?
Well, I mean, he did say 11-1, so I guess we know what the 1 is. But Gerald Mincy says not in football for Tennessee. He's on the Kentucky side, so football would be the answer. November 2nd.
In anything, Josh? Any sport? In anything? Kentucky fans are so miserable right now.
You feel bad for them?
Absolutely not.
865-656-9900 to join us. Chris Lofton joining us at the start of the 1 o'clock hour. Don't miss that as we're with you until 3 o'clock on Josh and Swain.
4 out of 5 sports fans listen to Tennessee football talk on the Sports Animal Stream. The 5th is an Alabama fan, and he can't listen to anything since the batteries died at his transistor radio in 1981.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Wilson Brothers Plumbing. We went through the weather attack during the month of January. Hopefully, we are in smoother waters over the next couple months as we get through the rest of winter. If we are not, Wilson Brothers Plumbing is available for you. If this last run made you think, hey, we need to make sure that we're buttoned up here, if you're concerned about any potential problems with your plumbing, call Wilson Brothers Plumbing. They can come out and provide preventative maintenance. They can look at potential high-risk situations. They can provide same-day solutions for you. If you are worried that you might run into a plumbing issue with tough weather in the future, call Wilson Brothers Plumbing. They can assess the situation. If you're good to go, they'll let you know. If you run into a problem, an unexpected problem, call Wilson Brothers Plumbing. Google their name. You'll see 5-star reviews across the board because of the great work and customer service that they provide. Call Wilson Brothers Plumbing at 865-415-1537. Again, 865-415-1537. Wilson Brothers, the proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a paid announcement.
A rock from the darker side. Disturbed live. Take back your life tour this Thursday night. Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center. New album, Divisive. Available now. With special guest, Falling in Reverse. And Plush. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Disturbed. Produced by Live Nation.
Like it or not, your kitchen, it's the heart of your home. Hey, this is Heather. If it's time to update, then it's time to get in touch with the professionals at Kitchen Sales. This is exactly what me and my husband did. We started out creating an in-law suite kitchen back in 2016, and then in 2019, we redid our old outdated kitchen, and man, we have really enjoyed our dream kitchen. You know, they have been creating dream kitchens at Kitchen Sales since 1968, over 55 years. And in East Tennessee, nobody has more selection than Kitchen Sales. They pride themselves on being one-stop shopping for every single budget that's out there. You want top-of-the-line, sky's the limit cabinetry? They got it. They can beat salvage store pricing as well if you're paying a little more attention to a tighter budget. And you can put your whole space together because you can pick out your cabinets, your countertops, backsplashes, appliances, literally everything to create your dream kitchen is all at Kitchen Sales. Find out more info online at kitchensales.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
Leave winter at the door and step into spring at the Dogwood Arts House and Garden Show, February 9th through the 11th at the Knoxville Convention Center. Stroll through grand gardens and meet the top vendors in home, garden, appliances, and more, all under one roof. Don't miss live music, DIY demos, maker workshops, and expert presentations on the how-to stage. Plus, enter to win one of 3 weekend getaways, courtesy of ORNL Federal Credit Union. And don't forget the kids. Creation Station will feature free activities and entertainment just for them. Kids 12 and under get in free. From the ground to the gutters, make your home and garden dreams come true at the Dogwood Arts House and Garden Show. Presented by Tim's Fencing and supported by ORNL Federal Credit Union. February 9th through the 11th at the Knoxville Convention Center. Visit dogwoodarts.com for more details.
Brought to you in part by The Sports Animal, proud supporter of Dogwood Arts.
The minute folks step into Dollywood, I want them to feel the wonder of my Smoky Mountains. And to fill their hearts with all the good and beautiful things in this big old world. And to cherish all the little moments they get to be together.
Enjoy thrilling rides, award-winning entertainment, and delicious new seasonal flavors. Plan your visit at Dollywood.com.
Dollywood. Love every moment.
I'm Chelsea Messenger, helping you beat the books with BetQL. Virginia struggled in the first half of the year, starting the season just 11-5 and 2-3 in the ACC. But the Cavaliers have found their legendary defense and have won 6 straight. Tonight, UVA hosts Miami. The Hurricanes just 15-7 overall and 6-5 in conference play. The BetQL model is on the under between the Cavaliers and the Hurricanes. Bet smarter and beat the books with BetQL, and download the BetMGM app today.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger. Because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Josh and Swain, thanks for being with us on social media at Josh and Swain. Shannon notes that if you think Thursdays are sad, wait 2 days. It will be Saturday.
Goodness gracious.
Why did the cowboy get a dachshund? Because someone said, get along, little doggy.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
That is good.
Pretty good. Appreciate the jokes. Text box is always open for them, I promise. 865-656-9900. Also appreciate this text from John. We've talked about Josiah Jordan-James this hour with what he did on Saturday. 26 points for Tennessee in the Vols win at Rupp Arena over Kentucky. John texting in, great discussion today. Triple J is a class act, a man's man. He is a credit to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, and his family. Not only does he possess skill and ability, his character is noteworthy. It seems to me the character of all the players reflects the culture of this program. Kudos to Coach Barnes and his staff.
Yeah, 100%. Easy. So easy to love this team, love this program, fall in love with the players. It's super easy when they win, but they do the right things all the time. And sometimes when you do everything right, you still lose games. You can work hard, love on each other, be unselfish, play hard, play smart, and still lose games. But most times you'll be victorious. Good things will happen to you, and that's what's going on right now for Tennessee basketball. A lot of unselfish guys on this team. I mean, Jerron Meshack, who, when we looked at how he finished last season, we thought that he would be a big part of what Tennessee does this year from a minute standpoint. And he only played 15 minutes. I mean, Gainey played more minutes than him. But when he did go out there, he had two of the biggest plays in that game. The putback, a rebound, and then he was isolated in the post versus a Kentucky player, and just big boyed him like it was a Saturday afternoon at the YMCA or one-on-one in the backyard game. Just backed him down and hit him with the jump hook, and those were two big plays. And then, his defense speaks for itself.
Chip says Kentucky can beat Tennessee in a game of excuses. You like that one?
Yeah, I was looking forward to hearing Kyle's post-game press conference include how young they are. He uses that every single year.
They are young. CJ calls for an autograph signing for Nico and company next door to the courthouse.
CJ.
You waving that one off?
Being hard-headed, CJ. No.
It was a big showing for Tennessee at Kentucky on Saturday. A guy that knows about those kinds of performances was there to see it. Chris Lofton. He'll join us next when we come back. 2 hours to go on Josh and Swain.
Catch the big game this Sunday on any one of their 3 130-inch TV screens. You heard right. 130 inches that'll make you feel like you're there in person. The Crown Plaza in downtown Knoxville is your home for the big game. And for only $25, you can get an all-you-can-eat game day buffet featuring hamburgers, hot dogs, and all the fixings. A nacho bar, special pricing on beers, and more. Space is limited, so call the hotel at 522-2600 and ask for the restaurant to reserve your spot. That's 522-2600. Be there this Sunday, only at the Crown Plaza.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center. Went there for a workout this morning. We went a couple of times this weekend. We took the kids swimming. They played at Kid City while we did a workout. With our family membership, we have access to complimentary childcare. So for parents, if you are looking for a facility that has access to sports programs, an indoor pool 12 months out of the year, or childcare that's available, Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center has you covered. You can stop by and sign up for a free 3-day trial to try it out for yourself. Try the facility with all the equipment they have, the group fitness classes they have, more than 85 group fitness classes every single week. The facility is top of the level. They are going top of the line. They are going to continue to upgrade and provide what you need as a member at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center. You can go through a fitness evaluation when you sign up. And when you sign up, it's month to month. No long-term contracts. Stop by Kingston Pike right off Pellissippi Parkway. Tell them the Sports Animal sent you to Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center.
This has been a paid announcement.
Why do you change your car's air filter? Because when it's clogged, it doesn't work. The same is true of your nose, the body's air filter. It's great at trapping allergens, dust, and viruses, but unless you clean it regularly, they can stay trapped, making you miserable. I'm Martin Hogue, inventor of Navage, the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Navage pulls saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping to flush out allergens, mucus, and germs. Here's a testimonial from a verified purchaser and a big Navage fan. Quote, I've been suffering for 30 years with chronic sinus infections and allergies. I stumbled across Navage. The suction is amazing. It cleared my sinus cavities better than anything I've tried before. Unquote. Navage has over 120,000 reviews with a 4.6-star average written by people who use Navage to breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Wash your body's air filter with Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
We're not all the same, so why should we wear the same shoes? At locally owned New Balance Knoxville, they specialize in finding you your perfect fit. Their fit specialists take your individual foot characteristics and match them against more than 75 New Balance models, resulting in shoes that will give you the perfect fit. And with their new fuel cell technology, New Balance delivers top-of-the-line performance whether you're training for a world-class competition or treating yourself to an afternoon walk. Visit New Balance Knoxville in the Suburban Shopping Center, Kingston Pike, just west of Westtown Mall.
I remember when I was a little boy, and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman, and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy, and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store, well, we'll even tuck you in.
This is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, streaming worldwide on the Sports Animal app and website 991thesportsanimal.com. 99.1 The Sports Animal, the station where the Vols play.
This is Andrew Perloff with a CBS Sportsman. It's sponsored by Angie. Angie makes it easier than ever to get home projects done well. Get started at Angie.com. Super Bowl week kicks off in Vegas with an unexpected storyline. The Kansas City Chiefs are emerging as the bad guys. Amazing how things change. A few years ago, they were the lovable new kids on the block. But success breeds contempt. Add in the Taylor Swift effect, people are tiring of seeing too much KC. I'm Andrew Perloff.
You can live out your MasterChef dreams
when you find a professional on Angie to tackle your dream kitchen remodel. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. Not one based on Carol. She's more focused on hitting a high note than the car in front of her. Why pay a rate based on anyone else? Get one based on you with DriveWise from Allstate.
Not available in Alaska or California, subject to terms and conditions. Rates are determined by several factors, which vary by state. In some states, participation in DriveWise allows Allstate to use your driving data for purposes of rating. While in some states, your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Generally, safer drivers will save with DriveWise. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group, East Tennessee's #1 family law and divorce attorney group. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group to help your family in their hardest times. 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
We begin hour number 2 of Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us this afternoon. 1 hour in, 2 to go, and we kick off hour number 2. Excited to welcome to the show Chris Lofton, VFL Tennessee basketball legend, who was in the house at Rupp Arena, so brought the good mojo that he's had in past years with the success against the Kentucky Wildcats. Chris, thanks for hopping on the show today. How was it there in Rupp Arena? You were on the Tennessee side, of course, seeing that performance, Tennessee scoring 103 points in the win against Kentucky.
All nation on Saturday in Rupp. Team played great. Kentucky made a little run, but we weathered the storm and just, kept playing our ball, and, it was a great victory for us.
Which performance stood out to you individually from Tennessee? Was it Zakai Ziegler, what he was able to do, or Josiah Jordan-James hitting a career high 26 points?
I mean, both played great. I think it was more Josiah for me. I mean, he was making shots. He was aggressive, and, like he wasn't afraid to shoot it. He was shooting the ball real well in his mid-range, and it was a great night for him. I mean, Zakai, we're so spoiled with Zakai, so we expect that at Tennessee. It's one of those where we expect him to play well every game and, make a huge impact on defense and offense. So, I think Josiah was the one for me that came up big and surprised me.
What kind of difference can that make for Tennessee when Josiah not only scores, is providing the offensive output, but when he has that kind of aggression on the offensive end?
Oh, that's big because, you think about Dalton, you think about Vescovi, you think about Zakai and Adu, and you think about all those guys, and Josiah making shots from three and being a threat opens it up for everybody else. So, it's a special team when Josiah plays like that.
24 three-pointers in total for Tennessee, Kentucky behind the three-point line, man. What do you think just about the shooting performance by both teams?
Oh, man, I won't go lie to you. Rupp was one of my favorite places to play. I feel like I shot better in that arena, and it was something about those Nike balls in there. I don't know. It just felt different in there. I don't know if it was because, I played my high school state tournaments there for 3 years or what, but it was just a great atmosphere, a great gym to shoot in.
Do you feel like this was the makeup game for the last time Tennessee, Kentucky played at home? That was the night or the day that Tennessee retired your number. And you go to Rupp, you're sitting behind the bench, and the guys, I don't know, man, maybe they looked at you and said, all right, we owe Chris Lofton this one. Do you feel like that was a good makeup game from last year?
I did. It was good. I was questioning whether to go or not because, last year, the 2 games I were at, we lost both of them. So I was like, maybe I'm better watching on TV, but it was one of those. I was like, I got to be there. My boss is coming to town. I had to show support.
Chris Lofton is with us. Did any of the players tell you they owed you one after last year?
No, they don't owe me anything. I understand. There's wins and losses. And, it happens. I'm just glad they won and, they played hard.
What is it like to be on that side? So let's say you're the guy that's delivering the shots, or you're on that side as a fan on Saturday night, right, supporting Tennessee, but you're in Rupp Arena and everything's going right for your side against Kentucky, knowing what that crowd is like, knowing what that atmosphere is like. What's it like to be on that winning side when you're the opposition?
Oh, man, it's a great feeling because, Rupp is packed, filled with blue, and you can hear a pin drop in there when, Tennessee, when we were making shots and on a run. And, I caught myself standing up, holding up the 3 sign a lot, forgetting I'm not playing. But, it's just one of those where as a player, you still have that feeling of being out there. And it's just special every time.
Kentucky was able to cut into the lead there in the second half. How nervous were you when you're sitting there and you see Kentucky make that run? And to you, what was the play that stood out to you that allowed Tennessee to extend that lead and never look back?
It was just I knew Kentucky had a run in them. They got some great players over there, Rob Dillingham and Reed Shepherd. I knew they were going to go out in a fight. So I knew they had a run in them. I think they cut it. Did they cut it to 4 one time?
They did.
It was 7. Was it 4 or 5? They cut
it got real close. Yeah, 4. It was down to 4.
Okay, yeah. When they got to 4, I was like, we need it. But I just felt like, Zakai made timely plays, Josiah made timely plays, and just, gave me a little relief of being a little nervous because I've been, talking a little trash to my friends all week. So I was kind of nervous about that. Like, I got to deal with this, all week now. But it was special. Josiah hit that big 3 in the second half to kind of put the game away. And, fans started exiting. And that's when I was like, okay, we got it. Everything's good now.
Tennessee basketball legend Chris Lofton is with us here on Josh and Swain. We were kind of laughing earlier. Dalton Knecht still scored 16 points. It felt like a down game for him. 16 points at Rupp Arena is a big deal, right? But over the last few weeks, you've watched this run from Dalton. What have you thought about the way that he's played, what his game is, and now that Tennessee will try to put together what everybody else did along with what Dalton's capable of for the run over the next month plus?
Just it was special to watch. I mean, he was scoring the ball at a high level, in so many different ways, from 3, from 2 to the basket, dunks, posting up. It was just he was giving you a variety of everything he can do, and it's been great to watch. It's been fun to watch, and at the most important is we've been winning. We've won with him doing like that, so it's been special to see. And I think down the road, like with Josiah and Vescovi and Zakai, they all got to chip in and do their role and play special because there's going to be games where maybe one of them's off, maybe 2 of them's off, so somebody else has got to step up to the challenge.
Is there a player that between Zakai, Dalton, Vescovi, Josiah, that you feel like can afford to have an off night and Tennessee still be able to win? Is there a player between those two that could, not score as much, but still Tennessee is able to win because of the construction of this basketball team?
Say it again, Swain. Between who? How many players?
Z, Vescovi, Josiah, and Knecht.
Z, Josiah. I think we got to have Zakai. He's got to play. I think we need him every game. He's got to be there. He's got to be solid every game, offensively and defensively. That's our point guard. He has to, control the game, and I think we need him every night. Vescovi, I think we need him making shots, Knecht making shots. I would say Josiah is big. I say between Vescovi and Knecht, we can maybe have like a little down between them a little bit, but not much, Yeah. As long as if Josiah's hitting shots, I think it's fine. But between Vescovi and Dalton, I think one of those can have an offshoot night. We can still do it. But I think Josiah and Zakai have to, play well for us every night.
We're talking to VFL Chris Lofton. What have you thought about what you've seen from Zakai over the course of this season on both ends of the floor? Everything he does defensively, and then what he did on offense the other night was pretty special. But since he's come back from his knee injury, how he's developed over the course of this season?
He's been very special for us, and people talk about his offense. What do you have? 25 and 12 assists, I think. Was it 12 assists, 10 assists?
Yes, scored and assisted on 60 of the 103 points, I think, on Saturday.
Yeah, man, that's a crazy stat, and I looked at the record books. I don't think many people have done that before. So it's special to come back from that ACL just a year later like that and to play. But I'm not surprised because I've seen the work he put in rehab. I've talked to Chad about it, and he was determined to get back, and we're seeing it. He started off kind of slow, but he was getting used to everything, and now it's fun to watch. Of course,
Talking with Zakai Ziegler, he mentioned when he tore his ACL, it's a time for him to kind of retool his jump shot, and he made some tweaks to his jump shot. I asked him how long it took for him to really feel comfortable with his new jump shot. He said a couple weeks, and then after he was able to start jumping, it took a couple more weeks. Have you ever went through that process of maybe a tweak or a little adjustment on your jump shot, and how was that process for you?
Not really. I had a little tweak when I had back surgery. It took me a while to get back, but then just being in playing shape and really getting back into the groove thing because I missed so much. It was hard for my physical conditioning. That was the main thing for me, just getting back into it, just being kind of nervous. Coming off that back surgery because I set out a whole season for it. So I think it was in my head a lot more than it really was hurting.
Hey, what's sitting and watching a game with Tony Vitello like? You were a couple seats down, so you're right there with Tennessee's baseball coach, who's quite popular on the Tennessee side as well.
Absolutely. I talked to Tony a little bit. It was great sitting beside him, and hope him and the baseball team have a great season.
Have you thrown out a first pitch? Has Tony gotten you to town to throw one out yet?
It's time.
I haven't. I would love to have to work on my arm. I used to be a pitcher back in the day, Little League days. It's been a while, but
Little League.
Sure
Chris, that's a long time, man. I need you to get that thing loose because if you go out there and throw the ball at 50 Cent, I'm going to be on you, man. I'm going to be on you.
No, you ain't got to worry about that. I still got it. I know I still got it.
Yeah, for anybody watching, by the way, Chris immediately started loosening up the arm. Like, the kid when he was challenging Cam Newton in the commercial? That's Chris Lofton. He's ready to go. He's got more than one pitch. I think he wants to go for a full inning.
Throughout the first pitch, I'm ready.
All right, we got to make that happen.
Hey, Chris, before you go, so you saw Tennessee in person. You've seen this team and the personnel. What is this team capable of, do you think? As we're now in February, we're getting closer to the stretch run. What is Rick Barnes' team capable of the rest of the way?
Oh, we're definitely capable of the Final Four run. I believe it, absolutely. We got the pieces, we got the depth, and if we just continue to get better and play hard and just continue to trust Coach Barnes and and the practice schemes and teams buy into it. If the team buys into it, I think we can make it. This can be a special year for Tennessee basketball.
All right, Swain, we got to get Chris back to town here soon. Stopping it, dead end, first pitch for Tennessee baseball, re-retirement of the jersey that's been asked for by the fans. So we'll get CeeLo back to town here soon.
We got to do that.
Chris, it's great to see you. Great to talk to you. Glad you were there to enjoy the win, Tennessee against Kentucky this past Saturday. Thanks so much for hopping on the show. Hopefully we can do it again sometime soon.
Appreciate you. Anytime. Let me know.
I appreciate you, man.
Chris Lofton, number 5. Proud to see, I'm sure, Zakai doing what he's doing.
No,
jersey as well.
Yeah, 100%. And early we talked about Kentucky cutting into that lead. When Josiah made that three-pointer, Kentucky had cut into the lead, and Tennessee was up by 8. It was 59. We was up by 8, and then Josiah hit the 3 to make it 11. And Tennessee did not look back after that. There was a point there in the second half where Kentucky was within, 3 points. That was kind of the beginning of the second half. But Kentucky made their run, and Tennessee was able to answer every single time.
Tennessee with a double-digit point win over Kentucky, 103-92 at Rupp Arena on Saturday. Great to have Chris Lofton on the show. We appreciate you being with us as we continue, and we invite you to join us. You can call or text in to share your thoughts from this past weekend at 865-656-9900 as we continue on Josh and Swain.
The Budweiser Studios are recognized worldwide on the Sports Animal app and online at 991thesportsanimal.com.
Elevate your products today with Native Nursery, now open to contractors and landscapers. We're your one-stop destination, offering quality wholesale plants, trees, and landscaping materials. We'll even take your leaves and hardscape waste for a low flat rate. If you're a contractor or landscaper, make Native Nursery your go-to location today.
Call or come by and see Ben and Ted. 865-315-0123 and 3473 Louisville Road. 5 minutes from Pellissippi off the Topside Road exit.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. In addition to everything else going on, they have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters, and that's why it's so important to hire someone that has those skills.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Knoxville area attorneys. 408 North Cedar Bluff Road, Suite 425, Knoxville, Tennessee, 37923.
Paid for by Cordell & Cordell.
Can't sleep with this cold.
Honey.
Honey?
Honey, you need NyQuil Severe Honey. NyQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a dreamy honey taste. Feeling better, honey? Honey? I'll take that as a yes. Try NyQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu symptom relief. NyQuil Severe with honey flavor. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever. Honeylicious, best sleep with a cold. Medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Rick Terry here with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. If you're new to the area or you've never been in our store, let me tell you about our once-a-year clearance sale. It's a great sale. And why? Because it's for real. Not a market up to market down. It's 40 to 50% off our oldest items, 20 to 30% off our newest, hottest items, and it only happens once a year. Sale starts February the 5th through Valentine's Day. I promise you won't be disappointed. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. We want to be your jeweler.
You run a great local business. Unfortunately, it's buried on page 15 when people search for your service online. Thankfully, there's Cumulus Boost. Cumulus Boost helps your business increase your online presence. Don't get overshadowed by large corporations when your neighbors need your business the most. You work too hard to go unnoticed. Get a boost with Cumulus Boost today at cumulusboost.com. That's CUMULUS boost.com.
The American Red Cross is facing an emergency blood shortage as the nation's blood supply has dropped to critically low levels. Blood and platelet donations are needed now for people counting on life-saving care after accidents, surgeries, and those facing critical treatments for cancer and sickle cell disease. You can take action today. Make an appointment to give blood. To book a time, use the Red Cross Blood Donor app. Visit redcrossblood.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS to schedule your appointment.
Break out of those winter blues and head to your local Salsaritas Fresh Mexican Grill for lunch or dinner with friends, family, and coworkers. At Salsaritas, your meal is prepped right before your eyes. Planning a small gathering at home or just need a quick dinner idea? Pick up a Salsaritas Fiesta Pack. It's a taco dinner pack that everyone will love, including perfectly seasoned meats, toppings, wildly addictive chips, and fresh-made salsas. Order on the app and pick up on the way home. Salsaritas makes it easy to enjoy your fresh Mexican favorites. Salsaritas, it's better here.
Knoxville, get ready for a flavor explosion like no other. It's time to satisfy your cravings with Super Chicks. Picture this: tender, juicy chicken, hand-breaded and cooked to a crispy golden brown or grilled to perfection. That's the Super Chicks promise. From our famous chicken sandwiches and tenders to the fresh salads, we've got you covered. Check out the infamous sauce bar. Oh, but that's not all. Don't forget about the hand-cut fries or fresh custard for dessert. Located on Clifton Highway across from Target. Super Chicks, it's clucking awesome.
Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. We're on 99.1 The Sports Animal as well as AM 640 The Sports Monster. Hello to everyone listening in the Tri-Cities area, wherever you're tuning in. We appreciate you being with us today. Appreciate Chris Lofton joining us last segment. James texted, love listening to Chris Lofton, my favorite volunteer. And another text asking if Lofton has any eligibility left for baseball. So we'll see if get him out there on the dime. He's ready to go.
Chris won't mind me saying this, he'll laugh. But after watching him and some of his teammates, the basketball tournament.
Do
you remember
that? Well, the basketball tournament, you still got to get up and down the court a lot.
They barely did that. I had no room to talk.
You get breaks?
I had no room to talk about getting up and down the court, but still, like,
yeah.
Chris is done playing basketball. That's my point. It's over. Now, if he can snowbird and just set up shop at the 3-point line, he can still do that. But give me Dalton Connect, give me in shape guys that we currently have on our team.
Yeah, that's fair. You know, we have the just the ongoing popularity contest that exists among Tennessee. You can do like a whole starting lineup, though, of most popular people. Like Chris Lofton walks in, then Tony Vitello walks in. Chris no longer at Tennessee, of course, but he's a VFL. That's for life. Zakai, Dalton. Nico's pretty popular from what I can tell.
He got his own line at the stores now. Perfect time to drop it.
Yep. So, yeah, a lot of people ranking high in their approval rating or popularity level among Tennessee fans right now.
And Chris Lofton did it without even talking. He just now started talking about 2 years ago.
Yeah, he didn't have the personality that you see a lot of time with being loud, and he just went about his business and he did it quite well.
Yeah, that's what makes his case even stronger.
Yep.
Because just the way he carried himself, how he overcame adversity, and the production he was able to have here at Tennessee without talking, and still was a fan favorite.
Well, that's part of it last year, and he's correct, and he means it when he said, hey, the team doesn't owe me anything when we joked about, hey, did anybody say, yeah, we owe you because of last year? But I think that was part of it. Like that showing at home last year when he had his jersey retired, part of the reason that I think it upset so many people, you included, was Chris Lofton was all about taking care of his business.
Yep.
And Tennessee that day didn't do that, but they sure did this past weekend.
Yeah, I was more mad about it than Chris, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just so happy that they were able to win with Chris being there in attendance. See, Chris don't care about that stuff at all.
Right.
But him bragging to his friends, I'm glad that we won, because we wouldn't want Chris to be taking a bunch of crap from Kentucky fans for the next couple of days. Well, until at least Tennessee has the opportunity to play Kentucky again, which will be at home.
Yeah, he lives there. Tennessee, if it had lost on Saturday, they just hop on the bus. They're coming back to Knoxville. Chris is around town. So, yeah, he gets to carry that win with him for a while.
Yeah, I want Chris to – it's a beautiful day. What's it, 60 degrees right now? I'm sure it's around the same temperature in Lexington. I want Chris to ride around with his windows down, bumping that Rocky Top.
Yeah, flag season's here.
Oh, yeah.
Wave them loud and proud.
He earned that right, and the players gave him an opportunity to do that.
So, number 1 seed is on the board there for Tennessee. It's a real possibility with the next month coming up to get ready for the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I would rather have the best draw, regardless of what seed Tennessee gets. I don't want to be the last the last number 1 seed and be the 4th 1 seed and get a bad draw. I would rather be the number 1, 2 seed and get a better draw. Like, it's all about the draw. It's all about the matchups in the tournament. But if you're Tennessee, you can't worry about that. You got to just continue to improve and get better. That's the name of the game. Rick Barnes was on the Nation last night, and that's what he said his team needs to focus on, just continuing to get better, and everything else will take care of itself.
Tennessee has 10 conference games remaining. The Vols are 6-2. Alabama has the best conference record right now at 8-1. South Carolina and Auburn are 7-2, and then Tennessee is 6-2. Then you have Ole Miss, Kentucky, Florida, A&M, and LSU all with 4 losses. The next 2 week schedule is, I think, pretty convenient for Tennessee. So
that's great.
They have a really good chance to go 4-0. Then go to Missouri. Got to win that one. So good chance to win the next 5. Then Texas A&M comes to town. Again, you never know. We just saw South Carolina, which is a tournament team, win in Knoxville. But LSU at home, got to win it. Texas A&M, that's the trickiest game. I would say that. And what are we supposed to say about Arkansas at this point? Speaking of tricky,
that should be a dub.
Yeah, Ken Palm ranks them 116th in the country. So in the next.
Get out of there, Musselman.
In the next 6 games, Tennessee has only 2 games against top 50 teams, both Texas A&M, home and away.
The A&M game is tricky, man, because they are physical and they are tough, and they play some really, really good defense, and they got some really good guard play, some experienced guard play.
Night game, it's going to be 8 p.m. on Saturday.
I remember last time we played at Texas A&M.
Yep.
It was not pretty for Tennessee offensively.
But if Tennessee goes 5-1 in the next 6 games, losing at Texas A&M, they're still in a really good position. Then host Auburn, play at Alabama, go to South Carolina. Don't need to tell you why that one will be an important game. And then finish with Kentucky at home. So the Final 4, Auburn, Alabama, South Carolina, and Kentucky, all against NCAA tournament teams. 2 at home, 2 away.
Hey, you play a tough schedule at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, why Tennessee is respected nationally, and there's been talk of them getting number 1 seed because of their schedule. They're due for a couple games where it's a little bit easier. But this is the SEC. Right. It is still tough to play on the road. LSU's not good as Tennessee. Should handle them by double digits. Should.
Ken Palm has Tennessee beating LSU by 15 on Wednesday.
Yeah. Exactly. Should.
Closest margin in the next 6 games that we mentioned is the Texas A&M game. He has Tennessee by 5.
Yeah, you got to give respect to Texas A&M. Can't sleep on them. And
they held off Florida Wild final, not that wild, but a final possession that went Texas A&M's way on Saturday.
Yeah, Florida had multiple chances to score and win the game. But, hey, they came out with the win. But one thing about A&M, they mirrored Tennessee in terms of toughness and defense. They are a team last year that was one of the best teams in the country, if not the best, at getting fouled and getting to the free throw line and was making a lot. And so Tennessee, when they lost to Texas A&M, is one of those games where A&M attempted more free throws than we made. Well, the game against Kentucky, Tennessee made more free throws than Kentucky attempted. So getting to the free throw line, I know a lot of that was at the end of the game when Kentucky was trying to foul and extend the game and get the ball back, hoping Tennessee would miss. But still, get to the paint, be aggressive, force the other team to pick up fouls.
Randy, in the text box, Chris Lofton is a legend. I still put up old Chris Lofton highlights when we played number 1 Memphis and beat them. Who was Memphis' coach at the time?
Coach Kyle.
Yep, at Kentucky now.
You know, that Memphis team, man, they were just young, man. Just young.
You think Cal saw Lofton there on Saturdays? Get him out of the arena.
Well, I mean, last time he saw Lofton at the arena,
that's true.
His team ran through Tennessee.
That's true. This time?
The opposite.
We'll come back here on Josh and Swain, halfway home, 90 minutes to go, 865-656-9900 to be a part of the show as we continue on both 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster.
Your odds to win 99.1 The Sports Animal's biggest prizes just got better. We now draw one member of our email club, The Jungle, as an instant finalist in contests with a grand prize value over $500. Club members get links to our latest blogs and videos, plus a layout of Sports Animal programming and the biggest sporting events of the weekend. To make sure you receive our weekly Sports Animal emails, visit our website at 991thesportsanimal.com and sign up for The Jungle Email Club. The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on The Sports Animal.
In the NFL, the Washington Commanders have hired Cliff Kingsbury as their offensive coordinator. Kingsbury joins the Commanders after a head coaching stint with the Arizona Cardinals. The Commanders also announced the addition of Green Bay secondary coach Joe Witt Jr. as the team's new defensive coordinator. Steve Belichick, the son of former Patriots head coach Bill Belichick, has accepted the defensive coordinator job at the University of Washington. Steve had been a defensive assistant in New England for the past 12 seasons under his father. One ranked team in action in men's college hoops tonight. Number 8 Kansas hits the road to take on Kansas State at 9 o'clock. In the NBA at 7 o'clock, the Hornets host the Lakers, the Kings visit the Cavaliers, the Sixers take on the Mavericks. At 7:30, the Clippers visit the Hawks, the Nets host the Warriors, and the Raptors face the Pelicans at 8. A couple of games in the NHL coming off All-Star Weekend at 7 o'clock. The Maple Leafs host the Islanders while the Avalanche visit the Rangers. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Swain here, and fellas, hope you're having a great start to 2024. We are in the second month, and Low T Center wants to help you make it a great year. So if you've been feeling tired, grumpy, you've noticed lack of motivation and drive, maybe some weight gain, loss of muscle mass, know that these are signals of low testosterone level, and it's time to do something about it. At Low T Center, they're going to make it easy for you to get your levels checked. Simple blood tests, and with their on-site lab, you'll get your results back in about 25 minutes. Low T Center is not like your typical doctor's office. It's concierge medicine for men. Their physicians specialize in treating low testosterone, and they've been treating men for years with most health insurance being accepted. They have affordable and convenient treatment options, including physician-monitored self-inject treatments that ship right to you each month at your house. So there's no need for you to drive to the center for those weekly visits. Right now at Low T Center, it's just $25 to get your T level tested. Make your health and your quality of life a priority. Make it a great year. You can do that with Low T Center. Go to the website, lowtcenter.com, to book your appointment online today. That's lowtcenter.com.
This has been exciting news from Subs and Such. They have a fresh new look with their remodeled space. Now enjoy your favorite subs with the best options for toppings and sides in the area. Did you know they cater to Subs and Such in Alcoa, where every bite is an experience?
Jewelry is the gift that keeps on giving. Hey, this is Heather. You know, Valentine's Day flowers die, chocolates get eaten, but jewelry can be worn anywhere, anytime. Every time your Valentine puts on that beautiful piece of jewelry you got her from TK Wheeler Jewelers, she is going to think of you. That's how jewelry works. If you need a great selection of jewelry and you just don't know where to go, look no further than TK Wheeler Jewelers. He's located on South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge, next to the Outback Steakhouse, and is your headquarters for all things special occasion. If you or your Valentine are like me and you just can't get enough gold, TK Wheeler Jewelers is the place to shop. Necklaces, bracelets, give me all the bangles. They've got earrings, rings, they've got it all. And they are second to none when it comes to the bling. TK Wheeler Jewelers, truly the place where you get more bling for your buck. So if you're looking to get engaged or you're just looking for a special Valentine's gift, it's time to head on out to my jewelry store, TK Wheeler Jewelers.
If you're suffering and there's a safe, natural, easy-to-use solution to help make you feel better, wouldn't you at least want to try it? That's why millions of people use Navage Nasal Care to help relieve their symptoms of sinus congestion, allergies, snoring, and other nasal-related problems. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping flush out everything that makes you miserable. Nearly 4 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. People like Candace, a verified Navage user who writes, "This is the greatest invention ever made. I truly can't believe the difference and the relief it has made in my sinus problems. Thank you," unquote. Navage is the safe, drug-free solution you've been looking for. Available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, Target, and Navage.com. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Don't miss your chance to meet Atlanta Braves Hall of Famer John Smoltz at the Hardin Valley Academy Baseball Dinner, Thursday, February 8th at the venue in Lenoir City. Dinner tickets and a limited number of autograph tickets are available now at eventbrite.com, with food provided by Brown Bag. There will be a great silent auction as well, and you'll hear stories from the baseball legend. Doors open at 5 with dinner at 6. Get your tickets now and help support Hardin Valley Academy Baseball with Hall of Famer John Smoltz.
Johnson, our CFO needs some info for the IPO ASAP.
No problem, boss. Just search the web. Cumulus Digital has helped our SEO big time.
Speak English, Johnson.
Search engine optimization.
SEO, huh? That's A-OK.
CumulusDigital.com. This report is sponsored by the Tennessee Valley Authority. From weathering the storm to keeping the lights on. At the Tennessee Valley Authority, they're on a mission to make life better for our entire community. If you are too, then join them and do good here. TVA.com.
The sunshine and warmer temperatures continue over the next several days. We'll see more sunshine this afternoon. Highs right at 62 degrees. We'll drop back into the low to mid-30s overnight, so a chilly start to your Tuesday, but highs are back in the upper 50s with plenty of sunshine. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paige Noel.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. In counties near or small, there's a law firm to help you through whatever is your fall. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group to guide you through your most trying times. 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
No matter where you go, there we are. Stream us anywhere. 99.1 The Sports Animal on the app or website. The hottest sports stories of the day broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Hope you're having a great Monday. Tylen will take over at 3 on the Sports Animal. We continue on the Sports Monster as well. Tennessee football continues with its business as there is the conversation to the side. Not really to the side. It's leading a lot of the headlines right now. But for Josh Heupel and his program, they continue to get ready for 2024 and beyond. Philip Dukes of On3 noticed that he's heard current Big Ten GM and former Auburn Director of Player Personnel Stephen Ruzick has taken a position with Tennessee, known for his evaluations and roster strategy. Dukes says that he's well connected in the state of Georgia and relates to players well, and that it's a big get for the Vols. Ruzick's bio would include being named 30 under 30, person to watch by 24/7 Sports, a rising star by On3, and the title Best in Recruiting from The Athletic.
Love those Georgia ties. He is currently here, working, grinding. This is what I was talking about. We've had conversations about recruiting. It's about getting better. It's about doing more. It was about closing the gap between you and Georgia and some other programs that have had a better roster than you. And understand, started behind the 8 ball when Josh Heupel and company took over. But it was going to take you driving faster, you doing more, you working harder, hiring the right people to close that gap. You couldn't go the same speed limit as the people that were in front of you. You're never going to catch up. And so this is what I'm talking about right here, baby. This is what I want to see. This is good news. Heard really good things about him, hard worker. Good dude, and has an eye for talent, has ties in one of the most fertile recruiting grounds in the country. Love it. Love it. Decade of the Vols, baby.
Momentum on the Vols side? Feel a little momentum over there?
A little momentum. Stumped a mud hole in Kentucky over the weekend. Lady Vols handling business in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee is poised for a big win in the courtroom. And I'm just looking at Tom Mars' tweets. Tom Mars' tweets alone make me feel like we're going to win this thing. He gives me so much confidence. So, yeah, man, I'm feeling good about what we got going on right now. Vol Club memberships have spiked over 4,000 memberships, trying to reach the 5,000 mark. And there's not a better time to get involved than right now with the Vol Club. And honestly, like, that's the best way you can support Tennessee right now. That's the best way, is the volunteer club. Don't go to the courthouse, save your money, save your gas money. People talking about tailgating, save that. Vol Club. That is the best way right now.
I'll read the text here. Justin and Powell says, it's really hard to go the same speed as Georgia. They've had a few ticket infractions.
Yeah, good point.
Other than that, I think everyone got the analogy, and it does fit.
Yeah,
it does fit.
Just got to be really good in recruiting. Got to turn it up another notch.
Have you made any of the photos of this past weekend's visitors in their Tennessee uniforms your wallpaper on your phone yet?
For what?
I had to ask.
You talking about the kids dropping their top 20?
Absolutely, top 12. If you make it, you're in the home stretch at that point. I kid. The one take that you've been passionate about over the last couple of years, and this would be across all schools, yours being Tennessee, but I guess at this point it's still only been proposed, obviously not agreed upon because they're still doing it, but unofficial visitors not being able to do the photo shoots. But you have players wearing uniforms of their prospective schools without actually attending that school.
That's the best rule the NCAA has ever come out with.
Yep.
I can do without the photo shoots.
Yeah. And in all seriousness, for staff members who nobody knows, I'm sure they would like to see that rule change as well. You can still do it for official visits, all that.
It's such a waste of energy to me. And I just think it's a privilege to wear the Tennessee uniform, the Florida State uniform, Florida, Alabama, USC, like all these schools. No, you gotta sign to wear the uniform. You don't just wear it just because you come on a visit. So I'm glad no more photo shoots and all that stuff. Just so silly. So silly. But Tennessee, getting busy on the trail, doing a great job of banging the phones and communicating with recruits this past week with everything going on with the NCAA. Love the pickup with our staff, the recruiting office. Look forward to seeing it paying off, especially in the state of Georgia.
So the news this segment that we've discussed, the latest as it relates to Tennessee football, Stephen Ruzick joining the Tennessee football program, has worked in both the Big Ten and the SEC and across the industry, well regarded for the work that he's put in on the recruiting trail in player evaluation and potential develop, all of that. We'll continue the conversation, 865-656-9900 for you to join it. More Tennessee basketball talk coming up with the Vols' big win on the road, putting up 103 points in Rupp Arena against Kentucky. With you until 3 o'clock this afternoon on Josh and Swain.
This is Eric Ainge from my HVAC company of choice, Chafee Air and Plumbing, a local veteran-owned business, and the owner, a UT grad, actually went to school with me on the Hill. The Chafee Air and Plumbing team are the ones keeping you warm and dry, fixing busted water lines, furnaces, and heat pumps during the cold weather season while other companies are closed. Chafee Air and Plumbing is an independent, American standard heating and air conditioning customer care dealer, and they're ready to assist you. Find out more and how to become a VIP member and their comfort guarantee on the website, coolingheatingplumbing.com.
Has been a paid advertisement.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about SlamDot and how SlamDot can help your business grow and how they can help you save right away. If you go to SlamDot's website, slamdot.com/Josh, or call and mention my name, you'll get 20% off a website package and your first 3 months of marketing. And there is no risk when you get in touch with SlamDot. You can sit down and go through a free upfront consultation so that they can learn about you and your business, what your business might need, what kind of budget you might be working with as they design a plan for you. SlamDot is the highest rated, most reviewed digital marketing company in East Tennessee. If you are looking for somebody to help you with website design, with a digital marketing plan, with the right kind of SEO and targeted ads to help you reach more customers, get in touch with SlamDot. You can call SlamDot, mention my name when you call, 865-238-5600. Get 20% off a website package and your first 3 months of marketing. 865-238-5600 or the website slamdot.com/Josh.
This has been a paid announcement.
Forget about the cards, the roses, the chocolates. What your loved one really wants this February is insanely clean carpets from our friends over at Zero Res. If you want a clean home, let the pros from Zero Res take care of every single square inch. We're talking about carpets that stay cleaner longer. And right now, when you mention me, Tyler Ivins from the Sports Animal, you're going to get 3 rooms of carpet clean for $109. Plus, free hallway. You can book online now. That's over at ZeroResKnoxville.com.
Progressive asks, what do a middle school slumber party,
Let's stay up all night. Yeah!
a sleep-deprived girl, an early morning paper route, and a poorly thrown rolled-up newspaper have in common?
Hey, my window!
They can become a fast-breaking news story.
Sorry, Mr. Thompson.
Bundle your home and auto with Progressive for great savings and round-the-clock protection.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Timmy, everybody. Great job. Next up, we have Samantha.
10 times better performance can make a big difference. Castrol Edge Motor Oil gives your engine 10 times better high-temperature performance. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum performance. Now through March 4th, get 5 quarts of Castrol Edge or Edge High Mileage Full Synthetic and an oil filter for $36.99, only at AutoZone.
Claim based on Sequence 3 H-Test versus API SP test limits.
At Lehman Jewelers, we know that you don't wait for one day a year to show your soulmate that you love them, because love is about showing them that you care all year round. So this Valentine's Day, why not give them a gift that symbolizes just that? Hi, I'm Andy Lehman with Lehman Jewelers. Surprise your better half with a piece of jewelry that they can wear all year long as a reminder of how much you love them. Let our expert team help you pick out the perfect piece of jewelry this Valentine's Day. Is it time to pop the question? Come browse the widest selection of engagement rings in East Tennessee, as well as GIA certified diamonds and lab-grown diamonds as well. Our in-house master jewelers will set your diamond in-house and size the ring to fit. We're located at 11237 Parkside Drive in Knoxville, Knoxville's largest jewelry store, and 715 Watkins Road in Maryville. We would love the opportunity to be a part of this special moment in your life. Start browsing today at LehmanJewelers.com, and happy Valentine's Day.
Tyler Perry, the first African-American to outright own a major film studio, grew up in poverty. As a young man, he was inspired by an author on The Oprah Winfrey Show. Perry then wrote 13 plays and his first film, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, starring as the memorable character of Medea. He was a wild success, leading Perry to a long career in film and television.
To take the position that I'm in and uplift so many other people is phenomenal.
We salute the brilliant and creative Tyler Perry during Black History Month.
Cumulus Media and 99.1 The Sports Animals celebrate Black History Month.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us on social media. Follow on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Josh and Swain. Subscribe to the Sports Animal YouTube page where you can watch anytime as well. We're with you until 3 o'clock. We invite you to join us at 865-656-9900. Super Bowl week is here too. So we'll talk Tennessee basketball as the afternoon goes along. We'll talk about the Super Bowl over the course of the week. Tennessee football talk continues as well. Swain, you're shaking your head.
Yeah, because there's a distraction. Patrick Mahomes, his father getting, arrested, facing some real jail time, and it's just the worst time ever for him as he's trying to prepare for a Super Bowl. So that's why I'm shaking my head. But as a Tennessee fan, man, Juwan Jennings is there, Trey Smith is there. And one of these guys will be able to come back to Tennessee with a Super Bowl ring, whether it's West Tennessee with Trey Smith's case or Middle Tennessee there in Murfreesboro for Juwan Jennings.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes Sr. facing a charge of driving while intoxicated, third or more. It's a third-degree felony, carries a sentence of up to 10 years in prison if convicted. According to state law, he was arrested in Tyler, Texas.
Yeah, like between Jackson Mahomes and Senior, it's like, come on, man. Like, y'all out here embarrassing Patrick Jr. He's just trying to keep his head down, work, keep his image clean, and you guys are not really helping with that.
Yeah, Patrick Sr., who is a former pro athlete himself, was a pitcher for a long time, but he pleaded guilty to a previous DWI arrest in Texas in 2018. At that time, was sentenced to 40 days in jail. He served that on weekends. So not a good story there, and not good timing.
Terrible timing. Yeah, off season is one thing. Doing it, period, is bad because you can risk your life, someone else's life. But to do it this week, Super Bowl, and I'm sure someone's going to ask Patrick Mahomes about it when he does his media availability.
Sure.
Like somebody's going to ask him, even though it's not Patrick Jr., but at the end of the day, it's the father of the face of the NFL. You got to have the headlines out. You have to have the story out. And
his father's a public figure.
Yeah, like someone's going to ask him. So Patrick was going to do a great job of answering. He always does a great job, but I just hate that he's going to have to answer for the actions of someone else and not of his own.
The attention on the Super Bowl this week, it's always high. It's going to be at another level. It's in Las Vegas. You have a big franchise in the 49ers. You have Mahomes going for a third ring at such a young age with the Chiefs. I don't know if you've heard about Travis Kelce, their star tight end, but he's dating Taylor Swift. Speaking of timing, she had good timing. New album announcement on stage at the Grammys last night, so that'll be a headline.
I didn't watch 1 second of the Grammys.
I believe this is correct. So I'll check for sure. The city that had the highest rating of the Grammys last night. Would you like to guess?
Birmingham, Alabama.
No.
Chattanooga.
No, I would think Chattanooga probably represented well.
I just wanted to do Dan Mullen.
Don't quote me on number one, but I know it rated very high. Kansas City.
I'm shocked.
So it goes both ways. The Swifties are in on the NFL, and all of a sudden Kansas City, music capital of America.
Cool, man. Cool. I think it's great.
Yep.
I'm not one of these guys out here that's insecure, that hates the Taylor Swift coverage. It doesn't bother me one bit.
It doesn't bother me one bit either. It's weird that it bothers so many people. You don't think that big of a star is going to be shown on TV for 3 seconds after her star boyfriend scores a touchdown? Of course.
I do remember Jessica Simpson, though, and Tony Romo. She had her little Romo jersey.
Remember they went
with the
went to Mexico?
Yeah. People say, oh, she's ruining Romo. It's affecting Romo.
Yeah, people blame Taylor on the second half of the season for Travis and the Chiefs. And then he went ballistic in the last 2 rounds of the playoffs.
He locked in and
what
focused
happens on
now.
Sunday.
It's going to be a great game. It really will be. You don't have to give me your pick now, but my pick is clear. I'm not betting against Patrick Mahomes. I'm not going to do it.
Yep, I understand. San Francisco's still a slight favorite.
I don't care. I learned my lesson last week. I'm not doing it. Patrick Mahomes made receivers that couldn't catch during the season catch during the playoffs.
Yeah, Valdez-Scantling caught the game-clinching pass against the Baltimore Ravens. So Super Bowl week is here. A lot of NFL activity. Senior Bowl this past weekend. The Raiders told Cliff Kingsbury to get lost. Is that how it played out?
I guess so.
Yeah, he decided not to go to Vegas. He's headed to the Commanders.
Y'all made a hire, offensive coordinator, didn't you?
Yeah, he has NFL experience.
Recent NFL experience?
Yeah. He was the Bears' offensive coordinator.
How you feel about that?
Well, I felt better about other hires, including the one they tried to make. in Cliff Kingsbury. The message you send me, by the way, that's technically an HR violation. You can't be
What did I say?
harassing and taunting.
What did I say?
Well, it was more the implication.
I ain't say anything bad. I just gave you a heads up that y'all made a hire, just in case you didn't know.
Heads up, we have 1 hour to go right here on Josh and Swain.
Hi, this is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. There are a lot of great dads out there. Sometimes those dads get divorced. For more than 30 years, we have represented men in divorce, confronting the pitfalls that could devastate your finances or harm your family relationships. While every situation is different, our goal is to get the best outcome for you and your kids. Visit CordellCordell.com to take the first step.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Knoxville area attorneys. 408 North Cedar Bluff Road, Suite 425, Knoxville, Tennessee, 37923.
Paid for by Cordell & Cordell. Hey everyone, it's Joe Montana. Spreading the word about pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older like me, you're at increased risk. So, what's the game plan? A strong defense. Pneumococcal pneumonia can strike at any time in any season, so you shouldn't wait to help protect yourself. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination today and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
A rock from the darker side. Disturbed live. You're knocking your lung down with the sickness. Take back your life tour this Thursday night. Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center. New album Divisive, available now. With special guest Falling in Reverse and Plush. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Disturbed. Produced by Live Nation.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
What if you could get a 365 days comfort guarantee to adjust the firmness or softness of your mattress? What if you could get a 2-sided flippable mattress at factory direct pricing? What if it came with a warranty of up to 20 years? What if you could watch your mattress being handmade right here in the Knoxville factory? You can at Brothers Bedding Mattress Factory. Brothers Bedding understands what it means to be local, high quality, excellent service, and a name you can trust for over 85 years. BrothersBedding.com.
The big dog of heating and cooling is now looking for more techs to join the pack. Chancey & Reynolds is now hiring HVAC duct mechanics and technicians, providing a great benefits package, paid vacation and holidays. These are full-time positions for those who want a career, not just a job. Chancey & Reynolds, in business for more than 40 years, is a York Heating and Air Specialty company. Apply in person at 614 Van Street or call 865-525-5076.
The big dog of heating and cooling. The big dog.
A farm, a family, and a tradition of premium fresh sausage that's lasted almost a century, using only the freshest ingredients and finest cuts of meat for flavor that is locked in instantly. Each bite of Swaggerty's Farm sausage transports you back to a warm, cozy southern kitchen, leaving you satisfied and ready to take on the day. Swaggerty's Farm, quite possibly the best tasting sausage in America. Now available at your local retailers.
This is WNML FM Friendsville, WNML AM Knoxville, Cumulus Media Stations, broadcasting worldwide from the Budweiser Studios. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Jim Rome with a CBS Sports Minute. The Lakers are screwed. LeBron James and Anthony Davis are both playing incredible ball right now, but they've got nothing to show for it. The consensus has long been, if they're both healthy, both on the floor at the same time, doing Hall of Fame things, they absolutely would be in the title hunt, but they're not. Never mind the chip. They're not even good. They're average, essentially a 500 team. I'm Jim Rome.
When you need auto parts, O'ReillyAuto.com is just a click away. Order online and pick up at your local store. Visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's O-Rewards Bonus Points Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Shop in-store or online to earn points and get rewarded at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group, recovering millions at damages for personal injury clients throughout East Tennessee. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group so they can help you get the help you need. 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Josh and Swain is here. Thank you for being with us. An hour ago, we talked to Chris Lofton, Tennessee basketball legend. He was at Rupp Arena, right behind Tennessee's bench to see the Vols win against Kentucky 2 nights ago. You can go back and listen to our conversation with Chris anywhere you get your podcasts. It'll be available for you on YouTube as well at the 99.1 Sports Animal channel. You can join us over the next hour at 865-656-9900. Call or text into the show. As Swain, we began the show 2 hours ago talking about the 103-92 win for Tennessee against Kentucky, the incredible performance by Zakai Ziegler, the note from Jeff Borzello of ESPN, that it was the first time a Tennessee player had put up 25 points and 10 assists in a game in the last 25 seasons, and the second player in the last 25 seasons to do so at Rupp, joining Phil Pressey. Zakai also scored or assisted on 60 of Tennessee's 103 points. Josiah Jordan-James scored 26 points. A bunch of players stepped up in their roles, which was part of the discussion leading into the game on Saturday, both for us and everybody on the outside talking about Tennessee's performance against South Carolina. And as the players said, they talked about it too. The guys needed to step up after what happened last week at home against South Carolina.
Yeah, that's why I asked Chris Lofton, who we had on earlier, if there was a player that Tennessee could afford to have an off night offensively, but this team still be able to win. And I asked him that because I feel like Zakai Ziegler is one of the players on our basketball team that can't afford to have a bad night. Like we saw that versus South Carolina, where he only had 2 points, didn't have any field goals made, just had the free throws, and was 50% from the free throw line at that. If Zakai is playing like he played on Saturday, where not only is he scoring points, but you just mentioned accounting for 60% of the team's offense, that's Zakai controlling the game offensively, and we know what he does defensively. I felt like he affected Shepherd. He 100% affected Shepherd. And so that's the Zakai Ziegler effect that he has on basketball games.
If he's playing like that, if Josiah Jordan-James is providing offense for Tennessee to go along with everything he does defensively, and then the team itself can play at a high level defensively. We know what Dalton Connect is capable of doing as well. Well, then the potential is real. Final Four potential is there, according to Chris Lofton. That's what he said an hour ago. Here's what Jimmy Dykes said as he was on the call on Saturday. He has seen Tennessee in person several times already this season. Jimmy Dykes of ESPN talking about this Tennessee basketball team after its win against Kentucky.
Tennessee went in there into a hostile environment. I've seen Rupp
that ready for a game in a long, long time. And Zakai Ziegler with a double-double, Josiah Jordan-James with a career high, Adu and Santi Vescovi, those guys just set the tone. And Dalton Connect was good, but he was only 16 points good. So for Tennessee to win a high-level game like that without having to get 35 points from Dalton Connect, man, that was a big sign for Tennessee rolling forward. So I think Tennessee's deserving of a number 1 seed right now overall. Not sure where Joe Lenardi will have them this week, but keep an eye on Tennessee. They are continuing to trend upwards in that overall NCAA bracket.
Jimmy Dykes, ESPN, worthy of a number 1 seed.
Yeah, that surprised me. I think it surprised you. I feel like Tennessee needs to do a little bit more. I think you feel the same way, but I love to hear Jimmy Dykes talk about what Tennessee did at Rupp Arena. And it's hard to do that. Not a lot of teams can say that they can do what Tennessee was able to do. Not just win the game, because Florida went up there and won last week, but to go out and flirt with a 20-point lead and be able to have over 100 points. Short list of teams being able to do that.
I saw that Lenardi, speaking of the reference from Jimmy Dykes, has mentioned Tennessee's making its case for a number 1 seed in his latest bracket projection update, which of course we'll go through a bunch of updates between now and when it will be time. But his top seeds right now are the top 4 number 1 seeds in order: Purdue, UConn, Houston, North Carolina. The top number 2 seed is Tennessee.
Yeah.
So he has Tennessee 1 spot out of the number 1 seeds, right behind North Carolina, which does have the head-to-head win, which was also in Chapel Hill.
And they're good.
Kansas is number 8 on the list, just looking at teams that would have the head-to-head with Tennessee. Wisconsin's a 3 seed. Tennessee has a win at Wisconsin. That helps. David Cobb mentioned that a couple of weeks ago. But Purdue, UConn, Houston, North Carolina in order, and then Tennessee is the top 2 seed ahead of Arizona, Marquette, and Kansas. So the Vols are in a very good position from a seeding standpoint. I agree with you, though. I worry more about matchups, which teams are in your bracket, what is your road versus what is your seed.
Yeah, because playing against a physical big man still concerns me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Adu had a double-double, but I felt like the physical play got to Adu sometimes during the game over the weekend, and he was unable to finish strong around the rim. And that worries me. That concerns me.
Yeah, plus, what if you get into foul trouble? What is the confidence level and how deep you go? There's confidence in Tobe Awaka. J.P. Estrella is a guy that can help. Let's see how much confidence they have in him in the postseason when it matters again. If we're talking about against quality post-competition, that's still a question mark.
Yep. I feel like that's the only weakness right now of this basketball team. If Z is being Z, I feel pretty good. But if we get in some early foul trouble, or we play a really physical big man on the other side that can bump and physically impact Adu, like that concerns me. I need to see more from, Adu in the paint against physical big men. And, hey, he'll have his opportunity coming up because A&M is physical, one of the most physical teams in the SEC.
Wednesday, Tennessee will host LSU. Saturday, the Vols will go to Texas A&M. We talked about the 4-game stretch at the end of the regular season. That will be one to watch. Wednesday, February 28th, Tennessee will host Bruce Pearl's Auburn Tigers. And then 3 days later, go to Tuscaloosa to take on Alabama. Those are 2 of the top 10 teams according to KenPom, according to the net rankings. The net rankings have Alabama 1 spot ahead of Tennessee. Alabama is 1 game better in the loss column than Tennessee in the SEC standings. Alabama's 1 loss, of course, against Tennessee. So there's work to be done to try to win an SEC championship, to try to get that 1 seed or hold on to the number 2 seed. The schedule is very manageable, but those last 2 weeks, Tennessee will show what it's worthy of for the NCAA tournament, playing the 2 teams that it will. Auburn, Alabama. Sorry, the 4 teams in those 2 weeks. Auburn, Alabama, and then South Carolina away before hosting Kentucky in the regular season finale. Senior Day will be against the Kentucky Wildcats.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's going to be emotional for sure.
Yep.
I hope that South Carolina game is in the middle of the day, not at night, because, boy, that place was rocking when Kentucky went out there. But if Tennessee plays how they're capable of playing, I don't care what time the game is played, honestly.
Yeah. Well, it's a Wednesday,
Carolina.
So 7 p.m. tip-off that Wednesday against South Carolina.
Let's get it on, man. Let's rumble.
Yep. Motivation will not be lacking for Tennessee when they go to South Carolina, but the same will be the case on the other side.
We're looking at the seedings and where Tennessee could fall or land when Selection Sunday comes around. But if you're Tennessee, the only thing you should be focused on is improving and getting better and making sure that you come out each and every night inside of the SEC and you don't take the opponent for granted and you play quality basketball and you do what you're coached to do. If you do that, then Tennessee will have a number 1 seed. I truly believe that.
Don't forget the sleigh ride tomorrow from 1 until 2 o'clock. You think Ron will be ready?
Yeah, man. He had Tennessee as one of his most impressive teams in the SEC over the weekend. So, or this past week, he did mention South Carolina, mention Auburn, but Tennessee is one of those teams as well.
We will not be wearing headbands during the segment. At least I will not be. You're still welcome to wear one.
I feel like you're being a party pooper.
What's that?
I feel like you're being a party pooper.
I am?
Yeah. I just feel like whenever Ron Slay graces us with his presence, I feel like the way for us to show our appreciation for him is to wear a headband. I don't know if I have one laying around or not, but if I do, I might put it on just for Ron Slay.
Okay.
That was a big win on Saturday.
That was a big win.
But bet's a bet. We technically don't have to wear it.
By the way, I think Chip brought it up. You're going coast to coast against Kentucky as well, controlling the game all the way. They made their run there in the middle of it, but Tennessee controlled that game, coming out hot to start and then finishing the same way.
Never had the lead. Never even had your hopes up from the opening tip-off. Tennessee hits a couple three-pointers, and Kentucky fans never got a chance to get excited.
Where is the upset Kentucky fan base in a post-game setting? Where is that among favorite upset fan bases for Tennessee fans? It's got to be top 2 or 3. The upset Kentucky basketball fan base?
I don't really like –
loss?
Well, I really don't like, Josh, that they are that upset. It's kind of insulting.
Okay.
Think about it. When Tennessee was losing to Kentucky in football, that's usually the last straw for a football coach at Tennessee. When you lose to Vanderbilt in football, it's usually the last straw. Dooley did this. I want to say Butch Jones did this before. Like you don't lose to those programs. If you do, it's time to start talking about your employment. I don't like how they've been questioning Calipari's employment after losing Tennessee. Like Tennessee is a bum team or something. We are the 5th-rated team, or we were the 5th-rated team, 6 down, but we are a top 10 team. People have been talking about us going to the Final Four. You're supposed to lose to Tennessee if you're Kentucky. Now, you losing to Florida at home, yeah, you should be talking about firing Coach Cal, but not after losing to Tennessee. Tennessee ain't scrubs out here. I don't think I like that.
You're insulted.
I am insulted. I'm insulted a little bit. Oh, now it's time to fire Coach Cal. They lost to Tennessee. You've been losing to Tennessee. You've been losing to us. What's new since Rick Barnes has been here? You're not slick, Kentucky fans. You're not slick. Rough couple of months for Kentucky fans. I don't know when they're going to beat Tennessee in anything. Beat them in baseball. Beat them in basketball. Beat them in football. Liam Cohen leaves. Now you got the newspaper up there trying to throw T. Martin's name in there.
Yeah, T. Martin on the candidate list.
Now, why in the hell would T. Martin want to go to Lexington? I know it's offense coordinator, and those jobs are jobs that don't just grow in trees. Mm-hmm. Being an offense coordinator in the SEC, he is not one in the NFL. He wants to be a head coach. I'm sure. Wants to be back calling plays. It's the closest step to being a head coach. But, man, T. Martin is coaching the league MVP. He's in a pretty sweet spot. He doesn't have to deal with recruiting, NIL, all this stuff that's going on. If I'm T. Martin, I'm letting the dust settle right now. I stayed in the NFL. I enjoy my time. The last time he was at Tennessee or in the SEC, he was at Tennessee, and it was not pretty. I would not take that OC job if I'm T. Martin. Now, he was an assistant at Kentucky, part of a staff that did beat Tennessee with the receiver playing quarterback. You don't need any more details than that. But I just don't see T. Martin being a real candidate for that job. I don't think it's a good move. I don't think it would be a good move. Stay in the NFL, man.
Totally agree with you.
But they did mention Bama's former offense coordinator,
Tommy Rees,
who's
recently taken a job with the Browns.
Yeah, tight ends coach with the Browns.
We've seen coaches plenty of times take one job, then bounce to another.
Kind of like Cliff Kingsbury. Did he officially take the Raiders job?
He was a bad fit.
Oh.
Honestly.
Bad fit, huh?
Bad fit.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Just thanks for the clarification. I was a little unsure.
Yeah, I understood it to be a mutual parting.
Mutual. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how I understood it.
Cool. Gotcha. But yeah, man, Kentucky. Maybe you'll win something soon. I don't know. When next time you play Kentucky at anything? Men's or women's team? Might need to check the schedule.
We'll check that. We'll come back as Kentucky Wildcats fans licking their wounds after this past Saturday. Kentucky, they got some work to do. We'll come back talking Tennessee's win against the Wildcats, inviting you to join us, 865-656-9900, and attaboy to still hand out before the hour ends. Plenty of reaction from the weekend as we move ahead on this Monday afternoon on Josh and Swain.
I'm Tennessee head football coach Josh Heupel. You get all your Ball Network programming on 99.1 The Sports Animal. 13 hours of live and local Tennessee coverage every weekday. When it comes to game day, the Animal is championship level in breaking down the action. Get your Tennessee football coverage where you get insight unlike any other. No one covers the ball like 99.1 The Sports Animal.
The Knoxville RV Show is back Saturday, February 10th and Sunday the 11th at the Knoxville Expo Center. Come see all the latest and greatest makes and models from the nation's top manufacturers. Get factory rebates, financing, and on-the-spot loan approval. Register to win a free Wolf Pup travel trailer. Get your photo taken with Marvel superhero Spider-Man Saturday and Sunday. There's something for everyone at the Knoxville Expo Center RV Show. RVSupershows.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Hi, this is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. If you're a dad who is facing divorce, there are extra layers of stress that may include stereotypes and assumptions. No two situations are the same. Our legal experience and dedication prepare us for whatever legal challenges we face together. You need a partner you can count on. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has represented men in divorce.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Knoxville area attorneys. 408 North Cedar Bluff Road, Suite 425, Knoxville, Tennessee, 37923.
Craving something delicious? Head to Subs & Such, your go-to for mouth-watering subs. But wait, there's more. Dive into their new salad bar, savor hot meals, and indulge in perfectly baked potatoes. Subs & Such, where every bite is an experience. Visit them in Alcoa today.
Rick Terry here with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. If you're new to the area or you've never been into our store, let me tell you about our once-a-year clearance sale. It's a great sale. And why? Because it's for real. Not a market up to market down. It's 40 to 50% off our oldest items, 20 to 30% off our newest, hottest items. And it only happens once a year. Sale starts February the 5th through Valentine's Day. I promise you won't be disappointed. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. We want to be your jeweler.
The Utility Safety Summit and Expo, presented by NUCA, East Tennessee, and United Rentals, Thursday, February 15th at the Expo Center. Industry experts, safety professionals, and construction equipment vendors. Live demos and exhibitor booths and more. Get tickets now at NUCAETN.com.
Every day you breathe in thousands of tiny little germs, allergens, and viruses. Don't let these invisible invaders make breathing through your nose impossible. Flush them out with Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping flush out everything that makes you miserable. Nearly 4 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. People like Doug, a verified Navage user who writes, I had difficulty for years breathing through my nose. After using Navage, my whole breathing has changed. My sinuses don't hurt, and no more stuffy nose. It's an amazing product. Unquote. If you suffer from sinus congestion, allergies, or snoring, then Navage is the safe, drug-free solution you've been looking for. Navage is at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
The American Red Cross is facing an emergency blood shortage. More donors are urgently needed now to ensure blood is ready at a moment's notice. Make an appointment today to give. Use the Blood Donor app, visit redcrossblood.org, or call 1-800-RED-CROSS to schedule your donation.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
One dime down.
At Old Ben Franklin Mitsubishi in Oak Ridge. At Old Ben Franklin Mitsubishi
In Oak Ridge.
For details, go to oldbenfranklinmitsubishi.com. oldbenfranklinmitsubishi.com.
See dealer for terms and conditions.
99.1 The Sports Animal is always as close as your phone. Download our Sports Animal app, and we're there 24/7. All facts, no fluff. Honest, credible sports information from two guys that know the facts. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. I'm Josh Ward, VFL, and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain.
Hello.
Being a bad SEC member. With Curtis asking, Swain, if we sweep Kentucky, could you say that Kentucky is neither a football or basketball school? You've been researching, trying to find a Kentucky win against Tennessee anytime recently.
I'm trying. I mean, basketball last year, they swept us. But this year, 2023 athletic season, Lady Vols won 87-69.
It's 18-point difference.
The men team just hung 100 points on Kentucky on Saturday, 103-92. The baseball teams got the series win versus Kentucky, even though Kentucky, the third game, beat us 10-0. And in football, they were so hyped up about Liam Cohen. They were so hyped up about adding pieces to the transfer portal. It just didn't matter. Tennessee was still able to go out there and control that game and win. And the score is a lot closer than the football game actually was. Tennessee won the football game 33-27. Now I see why Kentucky fans hate Tennessee. Because they hated Tennessee when Kentucky was beating Tennessee in basketball. Now they haven't been doing that as much. So I get it. I get why Kentucky fans hate Tennessee. I'm sorry, I can't help it.
Any apologies?
No, I'm holding in a laugh right now, Josh.
Okay.
I can't say I'm apologizing while laughing.
Cam down in Chattanooga bringing up what you did mention earlier, you alluded to. Come on, guys, what about Vescovy blowing that kiss?
Oh, yeah, I mentioned it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gave you 2 kisses during the show. Yeah, he turned to the Kentucky fans who were right there in the front row, premium seats, who probably was trying to – and that was the second time they did that. He blew the kiss on the second time. I know a different time he shot a 3 from that side, and he just turned around and looked at him. Mm-hmm. The second time is when he blew the kiss. So –
an early Valentine's Day well wish. This Saturday was a reminder, do not overlook the importance of Tennessee super seniors on this basketball team, Vescovy and Josiah Jordan-James. I know fans have been frustrated with Josiah at times. He said on Saturday, he put too much on himself, honestly, when he said, I blame myself for the losses. Of course, the SEC losses are not on him. No. A lot of people deserve blame for what happened against South Carolina on Tuesday. It was also one game. But Josiah, he knew that he needed to play better on offense, and boy, did he. And Santi, he's had to adjust to a new role. You know what they both have said in the last week? All I care is about winning. All I care is about doing what I have to do to win. Santi said it last week. I did say, I'm at the stage in my life. All right, you're still in college. But Santi and Josiah, they're in their last seasons at Tennessee. They've played in a lot of games. They have won a lot of games. They've won 3 times at Rupp. They won 3 times at Rupp Arena. But all they're focused on is doing what they have to do to try to win and go out the best way that they can, having already accomplished a lot. They've won an SEC tournament. First time it had happened in, 43 years when they did it?
Yeah.
They've won a lot of big games. They've gone to the Sweet 16, which doesn't need to be overlooked. That's still an accomplishment, but they want to do more than that. That's their main goal.
3 times at Rupp.
3 times at Rupp. Of course, they got an extra year to be able to get that 3rd win, but they still won 3 times at Rupp.
Wow, 3 times.
And Rick said 2 or 3 weeks ago, hey, these guys are going to go out as 2 of the biggest winners in Tennessee basketball history. That's in total and in games that matter the most. So they deserve a ton of credit.
Yeah, who's going to do that ever? Win 3 times at Rupp? Because, I mean, pandemics once every 100 years. So, I mean, not going to even have a chance to do that. To even play at Rupp 3 times, let alone win.
Yeah, it's not going to happen often.
It's not going to happen.
Folke did it right, but I think he has 3 wins, but he had extra time as well. So he was a part of the first 3, if I'm not mistaken on that. And then Josiah and Vescovy, the last 3. Rick has 4 wins at Rupp Arena. Before he arrived, Tennessee had 4 wins at Rupp Arena. It's a high-level program.
Wow. I'm looking forward to seeing how Dalton Connect is going to attract the next great player from the portal. Because he's one of the best stories in college basketball. Mm-hmm. Some folks have described him as right now the best player in college basketball. And he's going to put himself in position to be a lottery pick. And he's going to attribute his success to Rick Barnes. Like, think about the point guards that Tennessee's been able to recruit since Rick has been here, and some of the players that Tennessee's been able to recruit from high school since Rick has been here, and they have pointed to NBA development. But this might be the biggest endorsement ever coming up for Dalton Connect. Someone that no one really knew about, gets to Tennessee, wins SEC Player of the Year, first-round pick. The next Dalton Connect, you better have Tennessee in your top 3. Crazy not to.
In the text box, Todd sent this to me. Good afternoon, Josh. This is Todd. Do you know the difference between a bad joke and a dad joke? We got this from Bad Take Andy last week as well. He said the answer is 1 letter. Get it? Bad and dad. I want the record to show I don't appreciate it.
That joke was to you. I have no comment.
Okay.
That's anything different from what I said last week on that joke.
Stand up for dad jokes at 865-656-9900. An attaboy to hand out. Cool story from the SEC when we come back with you for another 30 minutes right here on Josh and Swain.
Your station for the Tennessee Volunteers. 99.1, the Sports Animal. The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
In the NFL, the Washington Commanders have hired Cliff Kingsbury as their offensive coordinator. Kingsbury joins the Commanders after a head coaching stint with the Arizona Cardinals. The Commanders also announced the addition of Green Bay secondary coach Joe Witt Jr. as the team's new defensive coordinator. Steve Belichick, the son of former Patriots head coach Bill Belichick, has accepted the defensive coordinator job at the University of Washington. Steve had been a defensive assistant in New England for the past 12 seasons under his father. One ranked team in action in men's college hoops tonight. Number 8 Kansas hits the road to take on Kansas State at 9 o'clock. In the NBA at 7 o'clock, the Hornets host the Lakers, the Kings visit the Cavaliers, the Sixers take on the Mavericks. At 7:30, the Clippers visit the Hawks, the Nets host the Warriors, and the Raptors face the Pelicans at 8. A couple of games in the NHL coming off All-Star Weekend at 7 o'clock. The Maple Leafs host the Islanders while the Avalanche visit the Rangers. I'm Joel Silverberg.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store, well, we'll even tuck you in.
During basketball and all seasons, choose Coors Light, the official beer of chill inside Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center. When things heat up on the hardwood, reach for the beer that's made to chill. You'll know your Coors Light's perfectly chilled because when the mountains turn blue, it's as cold as the Rockies. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for peak refreshment. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Tennessee Athletics. Always cheer loudly and please celebrate responsibly.
21-time nominated Grammy Award winner Dwight Yoakam. Live in concert this Wednesday and Thursday, 7:30 Tennessee Theater. On sale now at Tennessee.
Exciting news from Subs and Such. They have a fresh new look with their remodeled space. Now enjoy your favorite subs with the best options for toppings and sides in the area. Did you know they cater to Subs and Such in Alcoa, where every bite is an experience?
Are you ready for a fresh start in 2024? It's time to go through your jewelry boxes and purge what you don't wear anymore. Hi, I'm Andy Lehman with Lehman Jewelers. Since 1983, Lehman Jewelers has been helping East Tennessee go out with the old and in with the new. If you have jewelry that you don't wear anymore, give us a call. We pay top dollar for gold and loose certified diamonds. Are you looking to get the most out of your jewelry? Our consignment program is a great opportunity for you. Or maybe it's time to update your insurance appraisals for the new year. We can schedule you an appointment to cross that off your new year to-do list. While you're in store, browse our large selection of new designs from brands like John Hardy, Gabriel & Company, and Ball Watch. Our team of experts are here to help you with all of your jewelry needs. Located at 11237 Parkside Drive in Turkey Creek and 715 Watkins Road in Maryville, let us show you why we are East Tennessee's hometown jeweler of choice.
Today, we're on a quest for the ever-elusive local business. However, our search is difficult as big-name national companies overshadow their smaller competitors. If only these local businesses knew about Cumulus Boost. Cumulus Boost can increase their online presence in ways that go beyond basic SEO. Aha! A mom-and-pop shop victory! Get found by more customers with Cumulus Boost at cumulusboost.com. That's CUMULUS Boost.com.
At Ingles, we know the ever-present struggle of, what am I going to make for dinner this week? That's why we started the Ingles Table. It's all waiting for you at ingles-markets.com. Ingles. Low prices. Love the savings.
This report is sponsored by the Tennessee Valley Authority. From weathering the storm to keeping the lights on. At the Tennessee Valley Authority, they're on a mission to make life better for our entire community. If you are too, then join them and do good here. TVA.com.
We got lots of sunshine today. Highs are expected to get near 62 degrees. Clear skies tonight. Will drop back near 34 degrees by Tuesday morning. A little bit of some patchy fog possible as well. Highs are staying in the upper 50s to lower 60s as we head over the next several days. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paige Noel.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Some law firms specialize in one thing, but there's one here in East Tennessee that specializes in them all. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. You're listening to Josh and Swain on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us at Josh and Swain. Some good dad jokes coming in the text box. Appreciate folks standing up for the art that is, and appreciate Todd's last message.
Are we ever going to run out?
No.
Are we ever going to run out?
No,
because
it's not like a flat Earth where eventually you get to the end. No.
All right, Kyrie.
No.
We've said a couple of dad jokes on here that's been recycled. It's been said before. So I'm wondering if we ever going to run out, because it seems like we're getting close to it.
If somebody shows you a Chris Lofton highlight from beating Kentucky or Florida or Memphis, do you say turn that off? I've already seen it.
No, but a Chris Lofton highlight is not the same as a corny dad joke.
That's true. Let's say hello to Melissa on Josh and Swain. Hey, Melissa, thank you for calling in. What's on your mind today?
Good afternoon, guys. First, I'd like to say, Josh, I really enjoy you on the Sports Source. That's a show that we do not miss at our house. It's on religiously every Sunday, just was like church. We leave church in time so we can get home and watch it. So I love that. And Swain, I've adored you since you were on the field. So got a fan here that adores both of you guys and respects what you have to offer. You're most welcome. I'm kind of like you, Swain. I'm thinking about those Kentucky players. I'd mentioned that to my husband, or not the players, the fans sitting there. There was one looked like a grandmother with a grandson, and they just had the longest look on their faces. And I was just like, yeah, sit there looking like you look, all mad and puffed up because we're beating your butt again in your hometown. So it's been a long time. I don't ever remember seeing that, actually. And I've been watching basketball since the late 60s, so I don't ever remember seeing us win 3 back-to-back like that until Barnes came along. This team is just so together. It's like when we got Connect, he like picked up the pieces. It seems like our guys would really push, and it gets down to that last 5 minutes of the game, and the other team would catch up with us or go ahead of us, and that's how our losses have come to us, it seems like. But with him there, he picks up the slack and actually motivates the other guys. We see more coming out of the other guys now. I've not looked at the stats, but am I correct in saying that it seems like the other guys are putting up better numbers now as well?
I feel like Vescovy has had a lot taken off his plate. The pressure of him having to score is not as much. And I look at this basketball team, and when you have transfers that come in, especially when they play significant minutes, it takes time to adjust. And You learn lessons in wins. You learn some of your hardest lessons and maybe some of your most valuable lessons during losses. And this team was able to go out there and win with Dalton Connect only scoring 16 points, which is still good. But I do think, Melissa, we're seeing opportunities for the guys because the scout report is so aggressive with Dalton Connect, and guys are trying to make sure that they don't let Dalton Connect put 30 points on their head. So you see wide open shots from other players, and right now Tennessee is hitting them.
Yeah, they're hitting them, and I just it's amazing. It's how much the change for the good. We've seen what the negative side of sometimes the addition of a player is, but this seems like they've all just gone in harmony, and I think a lot of that has to do with Rick Barnes and his ability as a coach. I can't say enough wonderful things about him. He's just absolutely one of those once-in-a-lifetime guys, and we've been blessed to have him at Tennessee. Yep. Do we have Connect for another 2 years or just one more year?
Another 2 months.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, Dalton will be in the NBA draft this June.
Oh, I'm sure he'll go quick. Okay, well, I hate that, but I'm glad we've got to see him because I think he's brought something we'll never forget.
Yep, I agree with you. Hey, Melissa, we appreciate the kind words. Thanks so much for calling in today.
You're welcome, guys. Have a great one.
Melissa right here on Josh and Swain. Vescovy, to the point there, the volume has decreased, but he hit 3 of his 4 3-point attempts. Those were all 4 shots that he took on Saturday. Before that, against South Carolina, again, not a huge game in total volume, but he hit 2 of 4 threes. Before that, 2 of 5, 2 of 6, 2 of 5. He's been efficient with the opportunities from the outside. The stroke is still there. His ability to hit shots, defend. He does a number of different things for Tennessee. So appreciate that point on Santiago Vescovy. Before we close out this segment, we hand out today's Attaboy. And we hand out Attaboys and Attagirls every day thanks to Native Design and Hardscape, nativetn.com. We saw the segment from Marty and McGee over the weekend. Ryan McGee and Marty Smith talking to Ole Miss basketball student manager Kyle Wakefield, whose clip during the Mississippi State game went viral a few days earlier as he showed great energy, passion, enthusiasm, and wiping up the floor on the sideline, got the crowd all fired up. So they had Kyle on, and I didn't know his story. I'm sure a ton of people didn't know his story, but I did after seeing him on Marty and McGee. So the story of Kyle Wakefield includes him not speaking until he was 5 years old. And then after he began speaking, he went through more than a decade's worth of therapy to continue to develop his speaking skills. He is on the spectrum, has a form of autism, and has had to overcome a lot. And then when he was on the show, Swain, his message was about bringing positive energy and being enthusiastic about everything that he does. So hearing that story, seeing what he's gone through over the last 15 to 20 years to be in this kind of position and then try to share that message, I just thought was awesome.
Heck yeah, man. That's why sports are great. There's so many life lessons in sports, so many messages that you can get through sports. And it's not about just the people on the court, too. It could be a coach. It could be, in this case, a student manager. So, attaboy to Kyle Wakefield, and glad that Marty McGee was able to have him on. So that way it allowed for all of us to be able to hear his story.
Yep. He said that he has tried to bring that to everybody that he's been involved with. That includes the Ole Miss basketball program. Now, getting that kind of platform on ESPN, the SEC network, even more people get to hear the story of Kyle Wakefield. So an attaboy to him. Appreciate Marty McGee having him on. That's cool. A lot of fun. It's about the competition, but about a lot more than that. So we hand out our attaboy today to Kyle Wakefield, and every day we hand out attaboys and attagirls thanks to Native Design and Hardscape, which has now opened the Native Nursery. It's for contractors and landscapers. It's your one-stop shop for plants, trees, and landscaping materials that includes boulders, flagstone, mulch, and much more. Located at 3473 Louisville Road, just 5 minutes from Pellissippi off the Topside Road exit. NativeTN.com is the website, and you can call Native Design at 865-310-3256 for Native Design and Hardscape. A Senior Bowl thought coming out of the weekend in our final segment, the Power Poll coming up, and then Tyler and Will at 3. We'll come back on Josh and Swain.
The Knoxville RV Show is back Saturday, February 10th.
Making it easy to save money. When you bundle your auto policy with home, condo, or renters, you'll earn a multi-policy discount. Easy to bundle, easy to save. Visit Progressive.com.
The Knoxville RV Show is back Saturday, February 10th and Sunday the 11th at the Knoxville Expo Center. Come see all the latest and greatest makes and models from the nation's top manufacturers. Get factory rebates, financing, and on-the-spot loan approval. Register to win a free Wolf Pup travel trailer. Get your photo taken with Marvel superhero Spider-Man Saturday and Sunday. There's something for everyone at the Knoxville Expo Center RV Show. RVSupershows.com.
The minute folks step into Dollywood in my Smoky Mountains, I want them to fill their hearts with all the beautiful things in this big old world. Dollywood, love every moment.
Plan your visit today at Dollywood.com.
The American Red Cross is facing an emergency blood shortage. More donors are urgently needed now to ensure blood is ready at a moment's notice. Make an appointment today to give. Use the Blood Donor app, visit redcrossblood.org, or call 1-800-RED-CROSS to schedule your donation.
And now, the Marketing Minute. If you're a business owner, has your competitor drawn a digital geofence around your location? Don't know what I'm talking about? Well, that could be a problem for you. Did you know that 30% of the world's population is using location-based marketing services? And your competitor could be using your lack of knowledge on this topic to target you. How does it work? Well, it's a little scary, and it has to do with cell phones and location services. A customer walks into your business and walks out, and their cell phone records that they visited your location. Now they open their favorite app, say to check the weather, and ads suddenly appear on their phone, not from you, but from your competitor. A virtual advertising fence had been drawn around your business. It's time for you to contact Cumulus Digital. Learn about our C-Suite digital products and learn more about geofencing before your competitors do. Go to cumulusdigital.com. We're Cumulus Media, delivering the best in radio and internet advertising.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman, and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy, and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
When it comes to weight loss, one size does not fit all. At Bragg Weight Loss and Wellness, powered by Nutrimost, Dr. Terry Bragg provides the educational tools you need to manage your weight. No prepackaged foods and no counting points. Dr. Bragg uses a team approach, creating a personalized roadmap to a healthy lifestyle, including food plan, supplements, and support. Most participants lose 20 pounds in 40 days. For more information, go to BraggWeightLossAndWellness.com and start living your most healthy life.
This has been a paid announcement.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
I've heard it said that streaming the sports animal has replaced the old wanna Netflix and chill. Well, it was me that said that, but I've heard it said. I do spend most evenings alone now that I think about it.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. We'll be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock live at Fraser's Carpet One. So if you're in the area on Western Avenue, we'd love for you to stop by. We'll be back on both the Sports Animal and the Sports Monster up in the Tri-Cities area tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Appreciate you hanging out today. Search Josh and Swain anywhere you get your podcasts. If you want to go back and listen, we'll have the power poll before the show ends, looking back at the top performers from the weekend. We talked last week about Joe Milton during the week, getting really good reviews, at least from what I saw, of practice performance leading up to the game. The game itself could have gone better for Joe. He did not have a great day, it looked like, on Saturday.
Yeah, not the best year for Tennessee at the Senior Bowl. Jalen Wright opting not to play, so he didn't do well or hurt himself with poor performance. And then, Joe just 2 interceptions, some missed throws, not going to help his case at all.
Yeah, we'll see what it means for draft stock. I thought that he would lift it. Maybe he did with what happened Monday through Friday, but Saturday gives me a lot of pause there.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if that week at Senior Bowl helped his case. I'll be surprised, but hopefully he's able to recover and go out and have a good performance at his pro day, his combine. He's able to interview well and really wow somebody with his physical traits that he possesses. So at the end of the day, man, football is played in pads and 11-on-11 situations, and Senior Bowl wasn't great for him. He's had some good games in his last year at Tennessee. Also had some games where he probably want to have back and play a little bit better, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully he gets in a situation that's the best for him to allow himself to grow and be in the league for a long time, even as a backup.
Yep, no doubt. We talked to Chris Lofton at 1 o'clock. Recommend you go back and check out that conversation. He was excited about what he saw in person. He was in the house at Rupp for Tennessee's win against Saturday, which we'll continue to discuss as the week goes along. Vols getting ready for LSU in a couple of days. Before we close out today's show, we hit the power poll, and on a Monday, Swain, we look back at the weekend with our top performers and not so, our top winners and losers from the weekend. Would you like to hit us with your list?
Yeah, man. Coach Calipari skipping the post-game radio interview, after the loss to Tennessee. I mean, he's getting paid way too much money to be skipping those things. I thought that was a bad look. Patrick Mahomes Sr. Arrested on suspicion of DWI in Texas. Just a terrible situation and timing for Patrick Mahomes Jr. as he is preparing for Super Bowl this week. Winners include Juju Watkins, freshman guard from Southern Cal. She dropped 51 points and 11 rebounds in their win over Stanford, number 4 at the time, and that's just remarkable. She's unreal. She's second in the country in scoring right now. Got to put Josiah Jordan-James, man, in the winner circle. 26 points, career high. Helped lift his team in Lexington, Kentucky at Rupp Arena. Throw Z in there for his performance. I mean, 13 assists, only 2 turnovers. That's the Z that we know can take over games. And then I got to give some love to the South Carolina Gamecocks. Their basketball program ranked for the first time in 7 years. They did come to Knoxville and get a win on Tuesday, but that is a cool accomplishment for that program there in Columbia.
Yep, they've had to go out and earn any kind of respect, and they have done that with the way they beat Kentucky at home and then went to Knoxville. Teams don't come to Knoxville and win very often.
Nope, they do not.
And South Carolina did it last week. My winners from the weekend, he only needed 3 rounds to do it because they had the final round at Pebble Beach canceled yesterday into today. So Wyndham Clark, number 5. I have Juju Watkins, number 4. 51 of 67 points in a win against a top 5 team. It's impressive.
That's unreal.
How about this one, Swain? So number 3, maybe it should be number 1. Number 3 is too low. Fiona O'Keefe is headed to Paris after winning the U.S. Olympic Trials Marathon in record time. Okay, so that's impressive, right? You run a marathon in 2 hours, 22 minutes. I can't do it. This was the first marathon she'd ever run. That's a pretty good start.
It make you feel good?
I ran a 5K just to see where I am. I'm trying to get ready for, not the full, but running with the team for the Knoxville Marathon. I'm off pace from Fiona. But working my way there. Number 2, the top 10 winners, UNC, Tennessee, Kansas. Big wins this past weekend. Number 1, Taylor Swift. You get another Grammy. You get to announce your new album. You're getting ready for the Super Bowl.
Big-time winner.
Trip to Japan. She continues to win. Quickly, my losers from the weekend. Golden State Warriors. Not Steph, the Warriors. He puts up 60, and they lose to the Hawks. It's not Steph's fault. The other 2, same that you had. John Calipari and Patrick Mahomes Sr. So that is the power poll coming out of the weekend. Our top winners, top losers from the last few days. Super Bowl week. We'll dive in a little bit more. We'll also have the sleigh ride from 1 until 2 o'clock tomorrow. So we'll have a ton to discuss.
That'll be fun.
With Ron Slade tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Oh, that'll be real fun. Looking forward to it. It was fun last week. Even better this week with the win at Kentucky to discuss.
Also, Shane in the text box following up, asking or maybe begging, please run out of the dad jokes.
Sorry, Shane. I think the book is unlimited. That's okay. You need to get dad jokes from time to time.
How does one train hear another train?
Oh, like this is the time right now. Okay, I don't know.
With its engineers.
Okay, Josh.
We needed to kill 10 seconds, and the 10 seconds have been killed.
No, you killed 3 hours. We had a good show until that joke.
Joel Silverberg, thank you. Thanks for hanging out with us right here on Josh and Swain.
Need a new roof? You need Mo Shingles. Need new siding? You need Mo Shingles. Mo Shingles, locally owned and operated with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and over 100 5-star reviews. Free estimates